You call, I answer. Pushing you on the scene. Man, come on, I'm ready to go. Calculated. Time to play. You gonna keep me waiting, babe? Stop, kid. You're killing me here. And only one of us is allowed to do the killing. PlayStation.
Right. Now, let me find out that I'm still muted. Let me find out. Put it in the chat or someone let me know. This is all changed. When he's not here, apparently that we are not. Well, you can hear me now. Can everyone hear me now? Are we all good? All right. We're all here. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Sets, where you can find it here exclusively on twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters, where we put two amazing players in the ring for a first to 10 exhibition and get to know more about themselves while they're able to duke it out in a first to 10, of course. Now, I am supposedly going to be your muted host, Jammers, but now you can hear me talking. However, right, there is someone supposed to be here. He was supposed to be there as well. I don't know where he's gone, but he might join me very soon. I'm not going to be the only host for tonight, right? We are going to have my co-host. We do have amazing things lined up for you tonight. But you always just remember, here's a big life lesson for all of you. Nothing goes according to plan. And you must pick yourselves up from that thing. I can hear my co-host laughing in my ear because they find it absolutely hilarious. Anyway, right, he's back with me now. And he's going to repeat what he said before. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy, he's back. He's here to talk.
I'm back.
What happened?
I have no idea.
Okay.
The automated system didn't work.
Oh, well, that's not what community managers do anymore, so...
It's not, is it?
It's not. That's not in your jurisdiction.
Because, ladies and germs, I used to be behind the camera. Now I'm in front. So it's all automated, but it didn't work. It didn't work.
Well...
Can't trust technology. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got a closed beta coming up. Closed beta number 2. Make sure you apply. Basically, 16th to 9th of December, everybody in closed beta 1, you will be in closed beta 2. You should have received an email regarding that. Do not worry, you don't have to sign up again. That is that. The rest of you that want to get in, go over to Twitter, hit the link, create your ID, attach your platform. It's a lottery. It's not first come, first serve. But you know what? You'll get in. Trust me.
Okay.
You'll get in.
Do we have the Mark? Do we have the graphic for that at all? Are we allowed to show that graphic? Because there was a graphic we could show. There was a tweet. I don't know if he does have that. Because
I don't think we do.
If you don't have that, that's fine. We can show it later. But as he said, there is a closed beta coming. It's going to be in 10 days' time. 10 days' time for a weekend, the 16th to the 19th of December. Do not forget that. So if you were already in the beta, as he said, do not worry, you're back in. If you were like, oh, I'm never going to play Street Fighter 6 before it comes out, guess what? Here's another chance. If you fail this time to get in, I can't help you. That's a you problem. So hopefully you do get in and we can play some games. You can test out all the fun features of Street Fighter 6. I believe it is...
Same characters.
Yeah, same characters. So is it basically, do you know if it's just basically the same thing entirely?
You know what? It's the same. It's the same experience as before. We're just checking a few bugs. So you get to enjoy it all over again. You'll get to recreate your avatar at the beginning. Now, you can do it once, but that's only in the beta. In the full game, you'll be able to change as much as you like, and then basically just go into the battle hub and do your thing.
Are you going to join us?
Yeah.
You are going to play a little
bit? Yeah.
Okay.
Recreate myself completely.
Do you know what you should call? You should call yourself Dragon the Rich.
You're funny.
See if anyone clocks.
Yeah?
I think you should. See if anyone clocks.
We'll see. We will see.
I called myself DLC commentator and no one knew it was me. No one knew it was me until I brought it out.
But did you make it look like you?
No. I didn't make my avatar look like me at all. Just a DLC commentator. Who's that? It's somebody who's in the loop. I'm just saying.
But you're just saying you're DLC commentator. That's a very big statement.
That's a very big comment. That's a dream. I'm just trying to write into existence. I don't know. Apparently he knows something I don't.
I don't actually. I do not.
I don't know. Anyway, yes. Again, make sure you sign up to that. If we can find a picture later, we will show that later as well. But first, let's do a rundown of things. Can we get the run of show on the screen right now so we can let people run through? Yes, there it is. So we are going through Street Fighter news. We just already alluded to one of them with the Street Fighter 6 beta as well. We do have our players in the green room, the Discord channel, waiting with their mics. We will be talking to them very shortly. That's going to be happening for about 15-20 minutes. I urge you to stick around because one of them, his success exploded like Nitro. And I think you want to hear all of his opinions and how he's been so good at the game. So this time, I urge you to stick around and hear more of his thoughts on the game. And then after that, we're going to pit him in the ring against the lovely Akainu in that first 10 there. Speaking of which, before we move on, I have to bring in my lovely co-hosts. They have to join me now. I've kept them in the dark long enough. Can we bring in my lovely co-hosts? Can we get Veggie and Ovaha in the pictures? Talk to me, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't know if this is legit or they're taking the mic. I know they're taking the mic.
I mean, I could definitely hear Ovaha's lips, so they were moist, so I could definitely hear him talking through that. But yeah, I'm really glad to be back yet again, and I think I need to say it since Richard didn't say it. Richard, the Dragon.
The Dragon.
Yeah, and I think, Richard, if you need a really cold name, you could do it in Norwegian. You could see Rikard, Dragen Rikard.
Yo, that's cool.
That's a tip for you if you want to be mystic.
You know
Yeah,
what you
we'll
should
see
do?
though.
Put that in writing so Richard can write that as his CFN ID on the beta.
I will put it in writing. And I wonder what the lore is behind Richard the Dragon. I wonder if it has something to do with dragon punches
don't
and
worry.
Ken.
No. There's a story behind that name. Believe me, I know that.
Oh, so you know it.
Yeah,
You know the lore?
I know a bit of it.
Damn.
If you ever get a chance, ask VP Mark and VP Rich what their names were way back when. Don't ask.
Way back when. I will ask. I will ask next time.
I can even show you a picture to back that up as well.
But anyway, it's really good to be back. I'm always excited to get back to sets every Tuesday. It's like a light of the week. It's the energy, it's the people, it's the matchups, it's the players. It's just like the community feeling. I just love it. And we're back again, yet again. So I'm just excited to get things rolling. I'm not gonna spoil the fight card, which I usually do in my intro speech. I'm gonna let that be for you, jammers, unless Ovaha spoils it in his
Don't spoil the
introduction.
results either.
Nah, please.
I know that.
Avar,
We recorded
can you, Avar, can you score the results again? What was the results?
Yeah, so the results are 7-3. That's about
7-3 in a 1st and 10, of course. But yes, as
That's
these
the
two-
legend.
As these two were talking about, you might have seen it very late at night if you're on American hours. But yes, this is what the fight card tonight is going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing back 2 returning faces, and they're going to be going head-to-head. EndingWalker, whose his Twitch is Chris CCH. So if you want to follow him on Twitch, just follow Chris CCH. And he's going to be going up against Akainu, which you can see Akainu's Twitch over there. I'm not sure if Akainu's actively streaming, but we will get EndingWalker's Twitch changed momentarily. Yes! Man of the hour. He has qualified for Capcom Cup. He won
good to be
UFA.
back.
And he came 3rd at his first offline event. This guy just keeps going from strength to strength. It is wonderful to see. And he's so good, he walks past his own trophies. Some of us can't even get near a trophy. It's crazy.
You know, I gotta commend one thing though. Like when I was
Yeah,
16
go on.
years old, if I was to play a tournament, I would have to bring change. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, how could you be this calm at 16? I would not. I would be like having stage
True.
fright of stage. I would be completely wrecked at 16. I know myself, and I would be like, can't do this, mom.
I don't know what I don't know what that sound
Mom!
I don't know what that sound was. But that sounded authentic.
Been through that too many times in tournaments.
It was genuine. Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, that was brilliant indeed. But yes, we need to show this thing first because we are speaking on Capcom Cup. So we did have I think it was the final online premiere that happened over the weekend with NA East. What a way to close things out. We should have the graphic coming on the screen for you guys right now. So we've got to give a big congratulations to Punk the Guard for qualifying
Yes.
for the CPT. He actually had an extremely difficult bracket from top 16 losers all the way to the end of the ride. But he does it, and he does it with none other than a character that we do not have enough of in the CPT finals. Luke is there to take the victory. Go and watch his interview with James Chen and Vicious on the Capcom Fighters. It's very interesting to hear, and how many people are supporting him, helping him as well. But yes, shouts to Punk for doing the work there. You will be seeing him at the finals. And if we go over to the website right now, I think these are all the people, all 19 of them. There should be 19. I could be losing count as to who is qualified for the CPT finals to the premiere event. So we've got Samurai, Four Fields, Mr. Crimson, Just a Kid, Momochi, Dookie, Brandon, Mena RD, Kawano, Travis Styles, Solvik, Jarby M, Ronaldinho, Phenom, Takamura, Angry Bird, NL, DCQ, Mirkin, and Punk. Now all that remains is to get all those regional finalist winners to qualify from the cup from their respective regions. Now, of course, speaking of regional final winners, I did post over a graphic for the UK one. I don't know if we do have that one to show the guys on screen, because yes, we will be talking to the champion here, but EndingWalker did win that. Myself and Logan, hey, there it is. Myself and Logan were commentating this over the weekend.
Yeah, good work.
And yeah, it was a long and grueling experience, but it was great to see because it was just watching the guys just deal with Flicker and other things about Ed suffering against his pressure. But it was great to watch him play at his best and qualify for the cup. And you know what?
For sure.
These were the most consistent players in the World Warrior program. Yes, a couple of the guys did not perform as well as they wanted to. Shax was the closest, and he's been one of the closest. I think Problem and Shax have been the closest people to beating EndingWalker in these kind of environments. I could be wrong. That list could have been maybe a little bit bigger. But EndingWalker still managed to close it out. And again, he got his run back against Shax and was able to close it out there. But we'll talk to him about that later on when we're speaking to him here. But yeah, Veggie, did you catch the weekend at all?
Yes, I was in and out, family time / Street Fighter time, and I was watching. I got some really good sets in. I got to witness some of the greatest sets. I got to witness when I almost said when Ed was sent to losers, but that's because I just think when I see EndingWalker, that's just Ed, because he's like, there's been Eds before him, but they haven't been like EndingWalker, the Ed. So I mean, they've been great. I'm not saying they're not great, but EndingWalker is obviously winning UFA, qualifying for Capcom Cup with a 5 streak of his World Warriors, and then winning the finals. But when I saw him go to loser, I was like, is that nervousness coming into play? But then the losers run was just on another level. So not surprised based on the previous tournaments. Now you don't know what people bring to the final, but I mean, it is expected, I feel, at that point. And then I was watching the Punk tournament where Punk won, which I also kind of like wanted to see Punk qualify again, because he's like one of the main guys in Street Fighter 5 since day one, right? And watching him play against what's his name, Shine, that was so close. But after that, it seemed like he was just coasting for the rest of the tournament. And finally, we have like the top 19, I should say, 19 players plus 1 World Warrior qualified now, and it's getting really close to seeing an amazing cup coming up. Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
Dude, and that's the great.
Go on, please.
No. I was just gonna continue on from what Veggie said there. Like, we're gonna have a crazy good Capcom Cup, but like we also have like a cherry on the top with the LCQ. That's gonna be super exciting as well. I can't wait to see who's gonna go there first of all, and who's gonna do what in the LCQ. It's always like I think for most people, like, I don't want to generalize, but I think for most people, the LCQ is like probably one of the most exciting things, because it's that one chance, that one opportunity, like a crazy bracket run for one certain person.
Well,
and like, I'm just looking forward to it.
Let's find out. Speaking of the LCQ, do we have the graphic to show for that? Because again, it will be in America. So if you are thinking of going to the LCQ, sign-ups are ready now. Remember, CPT is going to be a week long. So get signing up now. Now, some people will presume that the LCQ is going to be stacked. Yes, that is very true. But once upon a time, a wise man who used to play Urian said it's easy to win the LCQ and travel around the world a year long.
Who said that?
And I wonder who remembers who that person was. Because he won the
I might have an idea.
Because he won the LCQ and he said that was easy.
Nemo.
Yeah.
Was it Nemo?
Yeah, and he said the LCQ was easy.
Legend. Absolute legend.
And I was like, good lord, if that's how you think of this, then I wish I had.
You gotta be really confident to do that, though.
There it is. There you go. Burbank, California, from February 12th and the 13th. Registration is now open. Hit the link, and if you are planning to go, then please get sorted now. Yes, it is a limited time frame, because that is just over 2 months now. Just over 2 months. But
that's
again,
crazy, by the way.
This is your chance to be part of the biggest Capcom Cup in terms of the amount of players that will be there. I think it's 48 in total. I could be wrong with that number. I need to double check.
Something like that.
It's going to be more than 32, because usually it is 32 finalists, but it's going to be more than 32 finalists. But yes, we will keep plugging this until obviously the week of the day of the LCQ. But yeah, LCQs are probably one of, if not the most entertaining tournaments to watch, because you just get to watch everyone just suffer to something. That's going to be great to see. I think Punk did say in his interview as well, they said, oh, if you weren't going to win the LCQ, sorry, if you weren't going to win this and you weren't going to do well in the World Warrior, were you going to sign up for the LCQ? He said, no, I saw the first 10 names. I said, no, I'm not doing this. Right, that's it. You just see a couple of names, you just like,
he's cool, man.
It's like, I'm out.
No, do you know what? Because some people don't want to deal with that stress, and it's like, okay,
of course.
If you can, any opportunity you get to qualify for such a big event or an invitational, if you can take that chance and you know you're capable of doing it, then try and take it. Obviously, it's going to be nerve-wracking, because you're one of maybe over 200 people. How many people? And there's going to be like what, like an odd 30, maybe 40 killers in that bracket, they're all thinking the same thing, man. They're all thinking the same thing. And now, again, that top 16 in NA East was fantastic. Those guys, anyone on a good day in that top 16, probably could have taken the cup. Probably could have taken the win. IDOM, Spaceboy, Shine, you know, Knuckle-Doo, Smug, you know, Arturo.
Kami.
Yeah, Kami as well.
Kami, yeah, he had a really good run.
I actually want to give a special shout out to both Spaceboy and Kami, because I think they had really like succulent runs, and it's just like you can see the work they put in with the new characters come to fruition, and it was so many great moments in that tournament. Like the upset when Idom got sent to losers by Kami, that was great. When you had Punk versus Idom early in top 16 losers, that was just crazy. It's like you don't expect that. Kudo wasn't even in that top 16. That's how crazy that this weekend was. It was a great weekend for all things Street Fighters, as I learned to say from my man Jammers.
But yeah, the weekend was definitely like insanely stacked. I was like super excited about like trying to stay up late watching the NA qualifiers, and then also we had the Salt Mine, like you said earlier, that was like super entertaining as well. And want to also say that Shax did like an amazing job, and he had like a moment of brilliance there, because I really thought to myself, just like Veggie said earlier, that wow, is this like the nerves for EndingWalker? Are they like coming into play right now? Because like the pressure must be crushing. You won all the qualifiers and you're expected to win this last one, and you probably want to win it yourself. So like the pressure is just has to have been immense.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure EndingWalker has told everybody this at this point. There are a couple of people that can beat him. They just can't get him in the run back. So that's why, if you beat him, you want to do everything in your power to not play him again. But no one has a good time against him in losers or does well in the run back. So it's very difficult. He's become one of those players that people do not want to fight as the longer the set goes on. But speaking of which, we do have the guys in the waiting room. I want to get these guys on the call with us so we can start chatting to them and find out more about their thoughts on Street Fighter 5 and the state that they're both in. So, if Akainu and EndingWalker can unmute their mic so we can get talking to him, and then we can have a good time laughing and discussing about Ed being an amazing character. So, EndingWalker, Akainu, can you guys hear me loud and clear once again?
Yep.
Hey, there we go. All right, gents, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day for coming to join us on the show tonight and participate in this first set. Obviously, you both have been on the show before, so you know the protocol goes at this time around. Don't need to ask about your names, because I know exactly where they come from. So we're all good. So now, the first thing I want to ask this to EndingWalker first. EndingWalker, like, your success in the past couple of, I'd say months now, has just exploded like crazy. It's been amazing for you. You're basically known all around the world. I think there's been 16 different articles in 16 different languages of you walking past your trophy. Now, I want to ask, how has it been just, you know, waking up every day saying this could get better for me? Like, I feel that this is something I could really do for the next couple of years, just playing fighting games competitively.
It's a good feeling, but it's not like it's something that I will be super upset if it doesn't happen. Like, if it does happen, great. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't, oh well.
Okay.
Careers in gaming are never stable.
It's a good mindset.
Okay.
Can I just, we were speaking of names, Jammers, can I just ask EndingWalker if he has considered my suggestion that he changes his name to Legend Walker?
No, because I like where EndingWalker comes from.
So I can't ask the question?
You can, if you want. Okay, here's a compromise.
Or my suggestion,
Here's
at
a
least.
compromise. Why does he call it himself Legend Walker in the next beta then?
I will do that, okay?
Yes!
And after that, you register for the Capcom Cup as CPT Walker.
I mean, that's funny. That is kind of funny. If he's allowed to do that, I guess if you can ask the CPT team.
Walking all over the bracket.
Yeah, please.
It took me a while to get that joke, but when I got it, I actually thought it was really great, but I didn't want to laugh that late, so I really held it together. And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being sarcastic now. I really wanted to laugh at it, but I was like, bro, you can't show everyone that you're this late. Person was like, CPT? What are you talking about?
It's okay, Veggie.
Right, my next question for you, EndingWalker, because like you have a good track record against pretty much 99.9% of Europe, but there's a particular player that causes you trouble. Was your journey to qualifying for CPT slightly easier because he wasn't entering these tournaments? Be honest with me.
It was infinitely easier. Like, if he had not qualified, I would have been very scared.
Okay.
I don't think I would have. Definitely would not have won 5 out of 5 because he also beats pretty much everybody in, not just definitely the UK. So, like, he beat Problem X, Infectious, me. Yeah, that would have been very hard to beat them.
Okay. Now, I mean, right now, is it safe to assume that Falk is, how ironic this is it safe to assume that Falk is Ed's worst matchup?
By far.
Wow.
Like, his second worst matchups are 5.5 losing, and Falk is like maybe 7-3. It's really bad.
Who is the 5.5 losing?
Sagat, Chun, and Dawson.
Sagat?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Why not?
Because you can't whiff punish him. You basically can't react to his fireballs. You can't get in range to press anything because of medium kick and heavy kick. You can't use that heavy kick that beats those buttons because his 4-frame punish is ridiculous.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, no, that's true. Yes.
A good punish for V-Skill 2 on block because of the 4-frame punish. You can't really like do very much in neutral versus guy. It's just a wall that Ed cannot do much versus unless he takes risks.
Okay.
How's the risk reward on that, on those risks?
Aside from on V-Skill, like, usually it's about Sagat's favor. Like, the V-Skill is probably Ed favor in terms of reward because of the corner carry. But, like, if he clips you with heavy kick, that's a crush counter and then it's not worth it.
Right. Okay. No, that's very interesting to hear because it was, I think, one of the biggest things I think everyone's been really curious about. I'm pretty sure maybe, Mr. Mustopheles, shouts to Mustopheles as well. He probably asked you this as well. It's your mentality going into all this competitive play without Fourfields being there. And it obviously, look, if, like you said, if Fourfields didn't qualify, this probably would have been harder for you. But
I don't think I would have qualified if Phils was there.
You really reckon, even if Phils didn't, like, meet you in the bracket at all, you think if he was just in the bracket, you wouldn't have qualified?
If Phils got eliminated in the... Like, I think I would have still got onto the regional finals. But if Phils had been eliminated in the regional finals and I didn't have to play him, I would have probably won. But if I had to play Phils, I can't see Phils losing to anyone in the UK right now. And if I had to play him, I would lose.
Okay, no, fair, you know what? Fair play. I like that.
Fair amount of respect.
Yeah, definitely a fair amount of respect. He loses to crouch medium punch all day. That button gives him a nightmare. But yes.
That's a headache of a button.
Yeah, of course it is. So's your buttons and your moves. Anyway.
And your whole moveset.
Akainu, I need to ask you this question because apparently there's been a pattern with you Guile players. Why? It's been mainly you and ISDD. Why have Guile players transitioned over to Dan? Was that out of entertainment or is there something Dan has that you really like?
No, to be honest, I really don't know and even understand why I picked Dan. I don't know why I use this character, but I really like the characters.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just random pick.
It was just a random, and it's worked out for you because you've won a couple of tournaments with Dan now. So, I mean, surely it must be more than a random pick, Akainu.
Right now, yes. I really enjoy playing Dan. I would never think that I will, enjoy another character than Guy, but more I use Dan and more I play with this character, like I really enjoy the game more, and yeah.
Okay, but what's the most enjoyable thing about Dan?
Everything, like the character is funny. Yeah, all of his buttons are broken.
Oh,
everything, everything is good. Like I really enjoy using this character. He's too much.
Wait. Akainu, talk to me. You're saying Dan's buttons are broken. How are they quote unquote broken?
Like, which button you mean?
Yeah, which buttons? You're saying all of his buttons are great. Why are they all great?
Like he can, with his V-Skill 2, he can cancel like every button. So yeah, like his standing heavy kick, like he can cancel his standing heavy kick, and this heavy kick have like long range, like long reach. So being able to cancel that button, I think, and confirm that button also is very good.
Okay. No,
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a great way to get in with the V skill too, because if you can cancel that roundhouse, you can
But
just
going back
find
to
yourself in blocking.
sorry, hello.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just going back to the V skill 2. Do you think that if people knew more about how the V skill 2 offense work, that it would be harder to open them up, or is it so legit that you can always just change it up?
Well, it's still the same. Even if you understand how to do against V skill 2, it's still the same. You can't really do. You can't do anything.
Okay, so it is a legit offense.
Yeah,
sequence.
it's legit offense.
Okay. No, it's interesting that you kind of put Dan into that perspective, because you're saying his buttons are really good because of V skill 2. I think that's more of the V skill 2 aspect, because you're allowed to basically cancel almost everything.
Yeah.
I think it's almost everything. Let me ask you this then, Akainu, since you've had a lot of time playing Dan now. What are Dan's best matchups in your opinion?
Abigail.
Best matchup? I don't know. Like maybe all of the matchup except zoning character, but not every zoning character. Like for me, the hardest matchup for Dan is Rose and Nash. Like character with slow fireball, because Dan V shift is very good. I have a long V shift break, long reach with the V shift break.
Similar
so
to Sakura.
Yeah, but against Nash and Rose, the fireball is so slow. When I V shift, nothing happened. So I can't really get in. It's too hard again.
What about versus Sakura?
Versus Sakura, when she charges her fireball, it's like the same, but not charging fireball, it's okay.
I'm surprised because Sakura doesn't have very much hitbox extension on their fireball.
Yeah, I don't really play against Sakura, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Nash and Rose is very hard.
I actually have a question about continuing about the matchup discussion. When you pick Dan in a tournament, is it just because of a feeling, or is it because you're facing a certain player, or is it because you're facing a certain character, or do you know why you're picking the character against a certain opponent in a tournament situation?
No. Right now, I'm almost using Dan at 100%.
Yeah, by himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just want to enjoy the game.
So you're
that's
what
fair.
they call a Dan enjoyer. You just like the character.
Yeah.
Having a
I
good
like the
time with
character.
him. That's great.
Play the Giga Chat theme.
Hey, listen, that's great, because I think he won, 2 Salt Mine leagues now with Dan alone?
Yeah, to Salt Mine. Yeah.
See, you are definitely having way too much fun with that character. You are having a great
But you know what,
time.
Javis? When you have fun with the character, that's when you learn quickly. So kudos to Akainu for that.
I mean,
think
that's how I got to Warlord, baby.
baby.
I enjoyed my character.
Akainu, would you change your name to Dakainu?
No. No.
Please, no. Right. Anyway, right. I've got to shift things back to EndingWalker, because I really wanted to ask him this question for a little while now. EndingWalker, do you find it funny how quickly people's opinion of Ed has changed because of you?
I mean, yes, but also it was about time. I've been telling people for 2 seasons now that Ed is broken, but even I didn't realize the full extent of how broken he was.
What was why did you think he was broken before, and what was kind of holding people back to thinking that he was quote unquote super strong?
Because his conversions before used to whiff a lot, but the reason I thought he was so good is his pressure has always been top 3. It's probably top 2 or top 1 now.
In the game?
Actually, probably top 2. Yeah. The only character I think right now with better pressure than Ed, either mid-screen or in the corner, frame trap wise or otherwise, is probably Dalsum.
Wow.
Because Dalsum just has infinite tools that he can use to pressure you. But Ed gets so many normals, and they're all so plus on hit or block, that you can just do a random string and it's probably a frame trap.
Okay. No.
His only non-plus
Sounds
buttons
good.
are crouch and crouch medium kick.
That's fair.
And I guess crouch first, but you can cancel that into something plus anyway.
No, okay. No, I can't disagree with what you're saying. I find it very interesting how you know, the community has just put Ed in these
Top 5.
interestingly high places. Like Ed can do this, Ed can do that. I'm like, yeah, but this is what I was talking to you about before. It's like players are putting these characters in these places, and your opinion is just changing. So I'm like, you're only putting him there because EndingWalker's done something. So was he always there? Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I think Ed has always been like this season. Last season, I would say before the X Knuckle buff, he was like top 10, top 15, and now he's top 5, maybe top 6.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, by the end of the year, I'm pretty sure somebody's going to put Ed's the best character in the game. Someone is going to do that.
I already know a few people that have.
Wow. and these are people who haven't played you yet.
No, these are people that have played me.
Oh, okay. So why don't they just put EndingWalker's Ed instead of just putting Ed's?
To be fair, Ajax Fidelity is also extremely good.
Which is why I find it interesting that some people would think... Because do you think you and Ajax have a different style, or is it very similar?
He uses fireballs more than me, but that's probably the main difference.
And does he use Vitrigo 1 as well, more than you? Or is he basically the same?
He uses Vitrigo 1 a lot more, yeah.
Okay, so that must be personal preference at the end of the day then, surely.
I think Vitrigo 1 is better in like 50% of matchups.
But you just prefer Vitrigo 2?
I'm just bad with Vitrigo 1.
Wait, okay, talk to me. How do you think you're bad with a V-trigger that slowly moves across the screen? How do you become bad with that?
Well, I don't really know very many setups with it, and I am bad at knowing what characters can deal with it effectively and what their answers are, because I haven't played it enough.
I mean,
I'm good with it versus Sim.
You've lapped the game long enough to be able to beat the entirety of Europe. I'm sure you can lap a V-trigger.
Well, I know a lot of character answers to it, and I can use it basically, but I only really know how to use it versus Dalsum, because...
That's what you specifically practiced it for, so...
Yeah.
No, do you know what? I completely understand that.
Follow-up question. Are you planning on possibly learning this V-trigger for Capcom Cup?
Yes, because I think there's merit for it for Luke as well.
Oh.
Because V-reversal is important versus Luke.
That's interesting.
Okay.
And Luke is quite popular right now.
Why do you think it has like specific usage against Luke specifically?
His answers for it are very risky. Like, you can EXDP and that will go through it, but that's the main answer he has, and that obviously is risky. But because it burns Ed's V-gauge, it gives you V-reversal again, which makes him unable to use V-trigger 1. Because you can just V-reversal that like anywhere and punish.
Okay. No, that's I'm loving these answers and perspectives from EndingWalker.
For sure.
Right, I've got another question for Akainu. Akainu, which, in your opinion, which V-trigger is better with Dan? Your 1-bar life or the actual 2-bar? Which one is it?
Both V-trigger are good, but I think V-trigger 1 is the best. It depends on the matchup.
Which matchups do you like to use V-trigger 1 against?
V-trigger 1 against zoning character, so I can move forward.
And then get in range to do the V-skill 2 taunt cancel pressure.
Yeah, just to get in.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you can activate it basically 7 times in 1 round. Is that fun?
Yes.
Sounds fun.
It's very fun.
Definitely sounds fun.
I know, I just find it fun.
But no, it's just to move forward because my V-trigger disappeared at some point. It's not the same like Ed's.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
by the time Ed's V-trigger's disappeared, your life bar also has.
Wow. Oh, that's so true.
I mean,
so true.
yeah, you get hit by one standing heavy punch and goodbye.
Well,
It's so true.
No, 100% it is. Right, we got time for like 2 more questions before. Oh, sorry. Before we hit the
Oh,
break.
bless you.
Sorry, thank you.
How one I want to do?
Yeah, do one. Go on, please.
This one is for EndingWalker, and I just want you, from your perspective, since how much of a factor do you think luck is when starting out with fighting games? If you had started with a character like Zangief, would you be where you are now,
Does he
or is
play
it
Zangief,
actually? No, but I mean, like in general, like if it was his first character, how important is being lucky at character select to get somewhere as an early fighting game player? How important do you think it is?
Not at all. Because if you pick a character as you start, then until like you get to nearly the top level, character tiers do not matter. And by the time you're at that level, you realize your character is trash, and you pick another character, and the fundamentals carry over because you actually have fundamentals from the lower tier character. And if you pick Poison, no offense, Jammers, then
so bad for
your character is super strong, but you don't need to have the fundamentals. So, like, it kind of levels itself out.
I don't whiff punish or anti anything, by the way.
You don't.
Hey, you have
Clearly.
your crouch medium punch is worse than that stamina kick, but still very good.
I don't anti-air anything with an upkick, by the way.
Hey,
This jammer slander needs to end today.
to be fair, Ed's stand medium kick is much more of a degenerate button than Psycho Rising.
Oh wait, so are we being honest now? Oh wait, my
I mean,
buttons-
it's Poison's shameless. Ed
I
is
don't know.
also
You
shameless.
look like you get a legit dash mix up of your anti-air.
So do you. You get a V-Skull side switch.
Where's my popcorn?
Yeah, but you get to do whatever you want and just
Got
press
my
medium
Pepsi.
kick and it solves all your problems. You can't.
Yeah, but I also have to time mine. Yours has 8 active frames.
Hold on here, buddy. I've been around longer than you have, right? Now, you stand medium kick saves all your problems, and I tell you what, you can't empty jump your stand medium kick. You can empty jump my crouch medium
point.
punch.
Yeah,
right?
but it recovers.
What? Your stand medium kick or my crouch medium punch?
Your crouch medium, mine doesn't need to recover because mine hits you.
And that's exactly what anti-airs are supposed
But
to
like,
do.
you can just do crouch medium punch, and if they empty jump, you just press stand medium punch into EX heart rate, and now you're in the blind.
No, I disagree. One of the ways I open up Poison is to abuse the crouch medium punch anti-air because it's
like,
not as good as people say. It's
Light
actually
heal.
not that
It's
good.
not as good as people say if you jump it, but like you have light heal, and you have a really good air to air.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
But
do
that
you.
requires,
Your-
But the
your-
light
your
wheel
one
is
jump
high
2.
focused. Yeah.
True.
I don't know, man. I think me and you can go back and forth till the cows come home, but you have a bedtime. I don't. So
Okay, Ed is more. Ed's anti-air is better. Ed's anti-air is definitely better than Poison's.
You're gonna need a bird here for that one.
I'm so glad you can be honest in front of me. We're friends here at the end of the day, EndingWalker. It's completely fine. I've played the game a little while. Anytime, listen, don't get it twisted, everyone. This guy smokes me 10 zip when we play. I just want him to be honest with all of you before
Okay,
you see
we
me in
can-
the finals.
True.
We can all agree though that the best anti-air in this game is between Akuma's back heavy punch because it's just hits every angle and is really good conversion wise,
Right?
or
Uh,
Ed's stand medium kick.
I need a
So,
I need a line there.
Wait,
No,
hold
I
on.
need
So,
one.
so my character's anti-air wasn't involved in that discussion.
No, it's like top 6.
Great.
wow.
I
But the
just
thing
need a
is-
line.
It's also just the utility of that button.
need
is
a line?
immunity.
Yeah.
This guy's
Plus 4 on block, by the way.
Yeah, so it's my standard go-to frame trap button. Have you seen your stuff? You haven't
Hey.
seen your stuff?
My
I have a
crouch
reply?
medium punch is plus 2.
Do I have a guard break? Can I ask you that?
So nice weather outside.
Yeah. it
Yeah,
is.
can I have a reply?
Please,
I'd like
go for
I'd like to add a reply.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna
Akuma
have a set
stand
this
back
way.
heavy punch. Akuma back heavy punch. It whiffs if you don't press a button and you jump. It whiffs inside your visual
I forgot about that.
visual box.
I always forget about that.
Yeah, the back heavy punch is so susceptible to empty jumps, and
It
has
is.
so long recovery. I mean, you can basically jump inside Akuma and it whiffs.
I always
It's
jump
only when you
across
press.
up, so.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I don't think I asked
I love
Akainu this
this.
question when we had you on with the Hurricane last time. But Akainu, in your personal opinion, currently, who do you think is better out of Dalsum and Luke? Let me ask you this.
I think
Say that.
it's hard. It's hard to say. I don't know.
You don't.
I will say that's him.
You say Dalsum, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Who does Dan have a better time against?
That's him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait,
not-
what?
That was not what I was expecting. Okay.
Definitely.
No, Dan Luke is not hard for Dan.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Akainu.
No, it's true. Dan Luke is not hard for Dan.
I'm not saying it's not true. I'm gonna hold you to that.
I've
can
actually
see
heard
that
that before,
even.
so I can
Yeah.
definitely understand. Yeah.
Like on paper, that sounds even.
Fair play. And then obviously, EndingWalker. What about you? Who'd you rather fight, Luke or Dalsum?
Who would I rather fight? Who do I think is better?
Or who would you rather fight?
Well, I'd rather fight Luke, but I think. Well, it depends on which Dalsum we're talking about. But I think overall, I'd rather fight Luke if we talk about Mr. Crimson. But in terms of who do I think is better, Luke is better because of accessibility. Dalsum is better because the skill ceiling is higher. But if played perfectly, it's better than Luke.
Fair argument. I like that. Right, gentlemen. Before we turn this into an argument, what do you want to say? One thing before we go to break? You look like you want to say something. Do you want to say something?
No, I just wanted to say, what does playing perfect mean with Dalsum? Is it activating V trigger after slide and then left right?
Look at how Crimson plays and how he just never gets hit by anything in like offline events, and then that's basically how I consider Dawson to be played perfectly within reason.
That's a good reply.
Execution,
Andy
Yeah,
Walker
so
just put me in my seat.
Oh, look,
put you on your seat.
That's a very good example, and I think that could be applied to any character or most characters when they're played perfectly, if they're in that upper tier. Anyway, right, now, before we continue this argument, what we are going to do is going to take a 5-minute break, and when I come back, we're going to put these two in a lobby, and we're going to get this first to 10 underway. So go grab a drink, get some snacks. We'll be back with you in about 5 minutes to see EndingWalker go up against this Dan enjoyer called Akainu. Don't know if you've ever heard of him before. See you in a couple of minutes.
So
So I've been thinking about strength, man. Strength, might, the power to fight. Is it money, authority, a cool job, a ton of likes? Okay. Let's keep it simple. I want to be strong. Can you believe it? We got self-driving cars. The time's coming, we'll be taking rockets to Mars. And yet you still got folks out there using their fists and bodies to seek strength. Yeah, I hear you, man. We're all a bunch of fools. But, you know, if you want to know about strength, you just gotta get to it. We fighting fools are all getting to it on the streets.
You won't know what hit you.
Let me have some fun.
Let's get this mission started.
This will be a good fight.
Got you in my sights. Neutralized. Come on.
Predictable. Time to end this. Fire. Double. Seven.
I'm just on another level.
You know, a wise man once
Oh,
told me,
sorry.
a joke
Caught in the act.
a joke isn't good unless you do it twice. So we did that today. Let me know if you think that was great. I thought it was hilarious, and I can hear the back room loved it as well. Welcome back to Sets. Tuesdays, you know, Mondays, people aren't really ready to be energized, right? So Tuesdays is the day we have Sets, and you've seen the great graphic for Tuesday Sets with Bison, and I think everyone in the community, you just have to say Bison Tuesday Sets, and there you have it.
Please.
For you,
You
the
don't
day
understand
sets.
it, please.
Yeah, for you, the day Sets graces your screen is the most important day of your week. But for me, Richard, Ovaha, Jammers, and Mark, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday!
It was Tuesday.
Let's
Like
go.
in the movie, baby.
Oh, he's back! Jammers is back! And you know what he hasn't said today? Jammers hasn't said, I don't need them. I could do this without you, but they're here anyway. So that was kind of nice. I feel like Jammers is giving
I
an extra
feel
love
more
today.
appreciated today. Yeah, exactly.
Do you want me to?
Don't say it. No,
please,
no,
don't,
please.
please,
No,
please,
please.
please.
No, please don't. I'm paid.
We want to be here. No, he's leaving. Don't leave.
No, don't leave.
Even if he leaves, we're gonna have EndingWalker versus Akainu very shortly here. Both of these guys have been on sets before, but they haven't played against each other before. So this is going to be interesting, and I can't wait to see how this matchup goes. Ed versus Dan?
I think when they get, I don't know how the neutral will be played. That's going to be very interesting because you know how their neutral can be very explosive. But I think it's going to be when someone gets the other one to the corner, you are going to see, or even mid-screen at times, but at least in the corner, you're going to see pressure strings that seem to never end. And that's a cool thing because they both do that. But the difference is that Dan's reward is a lot lower than Ed's reward. So I think the matchup will be decided in whoever has more control in neutral. Because if the neutral is even, I think Ed will have a great edge.
You know what actually popped into my mind just now? I want to see if Ed V-reversaling out of the corner would screw up the V-skill 2 cancel timing. I want to see if that's like a factor.
V reversal messes up Dan's timing anyway because of the slowdown.
Yeah,
Anything that's
I
got
want to see. So exactly. So I want to see if EndingWalker will be using that.
Nice interruption.
Go.
All right, well, he's already in the corner.
Already at
Now,
it.
I think these two.
Okay, are we going to see that?
Actually, I think they have actually played before in this matchup. So. Okay, it's gonna be
Wow,
stunned.
the delay. That was some knowledge. That was some knowledge. Yeah.
There you go.
That was some knowledge from Akainu. He has seen that. He knew that you can't just bait a little bit and then start again. You have to bait for a whole 4 or 5 seconds to make sure Ending does not press that triple punch button on the left side of his pad.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feel Akainu in this set, he's probably going to be opting to bait EndingWalker a lot more than the other way around. Nice whip punish. Straight into X, direct again, straight to the corner we go. Good start here
Nice
from Akainu.
reactions from good.
And I think somebody did ask, why no Guile? Because he's a Dan enjoyer. There you go.
But Akainu was ready for that.
So you have.
I like that forward jump as well.
Right,
Because
that's actually.
EndingWalker didn't normal rise.
Oh, what? Ah, there
Oh
you go.
no, that was huge because you know now EndingWalker's getting started. There's no bar on Akaino's side. How is he going to defend against this water tech?
Oh, he didn't know what side.
No,
he didn't know
that
what
was-
side.
yeah.
He didn't know what side. That gets me
That
every
is
time.
always, even though you've seen that before, I feel like it's always kind of a struggle to see which side he's going to be on.
Yeah, this literally, you have no idea what side. Good psycho swing straight through the fireball there, and he's already trapped in the corner. I think this is going to be a battle who takes who to the corner quicker.
Yeah. Oh my
and
god.
then who just gets overwhelmed because they're both going to roll out. They both got V reversals that roll out.
And I mean,
These both characters, like, I feel like they play the corners in such an exceptional way. Like, these guys, Ken, and some other characters, I feel like they're so amazing in the corner. That's like their whole lifeline in a way.
Sure, and it whipped as well. And I'll tell you what, do you want me? I'll tell you. So I always like to give snippets of information about EndingWalker, like bit by bit. I'll tell you one set of characters that really can throw him off sometimes. Is stance cancel characters. So Poison, because she can move herself out of the way with heart rate. Dan, because he can kind of put a stop to what he's doing. It can be rough.
The challenge
my
from
days.
Akainu.
That is like the
nice.
third or fourth super delay bait from Akainu. He definitely knows about his opponent. And I was interested in seeing if Akainu would try to opt for that finish him DP again. And I'm glad that he did not go for that. for a second time because he definitely had the second round and then kind of gave it away. So maybe some nerves that are now shaking up. We'll see.
No, we'll see. Because here's the thing. The key thing is what to bait that situation. I don't blame EndingWalker for what he's doing because first of all, there's gaps that's allowed to be fully invincible, so you can interrupt Dan's pressure. However, if Dan doesn't taunt cancel into a light attack, he should be able to recover in time. That's what Akainu's doing, and I'm pretty sure stand light punch or crouching jab, one of them's +3. Let me double check.
Oh, that was a punch.
Also, shout out to EndingWalker for knowing like when to interrupt the down Kyakus because he just stuffed the light knee with a jab there for a moment in the corner. Definitely knows when to, you know, have the opportunity to press anything.
There you go. Yeah, so stand light punch is +3 from Dan. I thought so.
One. Oh, that's definitely a +1.
That is so ambiguous. Like, it's so hard to see when the down Kyaku is plus or minus.
He's not dead
like,
though, because my man's damage is hilariously low.
And stun.
Oof, but he's not too far though.
But the
is he
pressure
oh, he was baiting again.
Still goes.
EndingWalker has definitely adapted to it and finds a trade on the chase from the back, probably looking for a V-shift punish there, and a kind of pressed after the backdash, and EndingWalker's getting caught off guard. What a strong start from Akainu. He's definitely fearless. You can see the love he has for his character in his gameplay.
Yeah, just like you said, Beggy. If you love and like your character, you like playing it, you like the character otherwise, like it just makes you that much of a better player because you want to spend that time in the lab. You want to spend that time playing the game.
Exactly. Well, this is where EndingWalker usually shines. He did not get a conversion.
I love that
but he
medium
finds
forward, medium punch.
And I'll tell you what as well played there for getting that round. He's always got, he does combos you didn't know Ed can do, and he goes, no, there's a more optimal one. I said, I hate you.
I hate you!
It's like you're coming out with these combos that we didn't even know your character could do, and then you're like, no, I can do one that does more damage, and it's like, come on, man. So I couldn't hold straight to the corner.
Dude, that is so good. The corner carry is crazy on that EX. I never stop admiring that.
Hey, listen, so Dan's corner carry is pretty good as well, you know.
That is true.
And no punish there.
Challenge, yeah.
Tech 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yo,
the far range.
Nah, okay, that's fine. Tick throw.
Maybe with an EX knee, I don't know. Still not a big convert if he got an EX knee off of it, but I'm not sure. That would be interesting to see.
This is probably what Akainu was alluding to before when the flicker whiffs. You go for the stand hard kick and you cancel it. Oh, okay.
Ooh,
see,
not
that
ready
was
that
a big
time,
chance.
though.
Yeah, he wasn't ready this time.
Do you know what's crazy? I don't think you're always going to be ready for it, though. Like,
yeah,
people will always tell you, or Ed players always tell you, that move lingers out for ages. Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful auto check on
that's the
dash
thing. Like, you can
Akainu.
never be ready for like every time for that. There is no way.
Oh, that could have been
This
around.
is huge.
He's dead.
And he gets in.
And this is such, like,
ready to take
it's
the
such
throw.
a dominant position to be in at the end of the round with the V-Trigger 2 activated because you get so many chances to open up your opponent.
Yeah, 100% indeed. Couldn't agree with you more there. But yeah, one apiece right now. Again, this is a matchup that you're never going to see unless you find the Ed player, then you find the Dan player. That's it, really. So,
And like, hey, can you guys fight?
and listen, we learn this stuff as you go along. And again, you can put 2 and 2 together and try and map things out as they go along. But again, I think even as Ovar said before, other view of us is going to mess each other up. Their corner carry is going to be a big deal as well. They got some of the best pressure you'll see in the game.
For sure.
I wonder if Ed can have a better whiff punish on that heavy kick. He's just not used to the whiff on the range. Because when you don't play a lot against Dan, it's kind of awkward in the beginning to find the spacing to punish the heavy kick. But once you have it down, I think it is a very whiff punishable. But
yeah, but I'm thinking that's the only punish. I think what you're misunderstanding is like low forward into cycle upper is probably what Ed's going to do, and then we'll go from there. It doesn't have to be like a full whiff punish, like a poison or a loop, you know?
That was a big whiff from EndingWalker.
He's not dead though.
He's not dead because of Dan. But he's still in the corner. It's not a good time for him.
Psycho swear.
Oh, that was so
I love that bait.
Nah, he baited that. He did. And do you know what? Was that the perfectly timed Go Hadouken? Was that the non one? Because I think the
that was the.
It seemed like it was. Yeah,
yeah,
that was the buff.
It was in V-Trigger 2, but there's a time where you get the just frame ones. If it wasn't the just frame one, that might have been punished.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe he had all nice usage. Trying to get. I love that Akainu is ready to DP it as well.
Deep.
Some people are not taking it. It's still blocking those.
There's the roundhouse you talked about, Jammers.
Right.
Great conversion.
That Akainu talked about previously.
Yeah, V-shift. There you go. I knew he was going to V-shift. Nice anti-air.
Nice DP. I love that Akainu has gone from chart character and has the anti-air DPs down.
Nice bait. Ready this time.
Oh, that was
once
such a
again.
great bait.
He already alluded to that before.
Now,
And I really like that bait because he knew he was gonna try to punish the cancel stance,
Yeah, he's dead.
stance canceling, and he just did the heavy punch and waited for the V reversal. Got that punish out. Great stuff from Akainu.
Right.
Another strong round.
so I think this is a thing that everyone needs to keep an eye on for the remainder of this set, regardless of the scoreline. EndingWalker will probably pick up on this immediately. Any button he whiffs, or he makes a mistake, right? Even with the whiff in the flicker, stand hard kick when Akainu has bar is going to be a big deal. So it's going to be stand hard kick, taunt cancel, EX10 Reds again, straight to the corner, whatever. That's going to be a key thing here. As well, looks like the V reversal is not working because Akainu seems to be ready almost all the time. I got to give him ratings as well, you know, because I have to class Akainu as an execution player now, because I thought before he only had Guile execution, but he just had execution.
You don't think Guile execution counts?
No, because that's execution with charge. You're not playing motions now.
True.
If you want it to sound offensive, that's up to you. It doesn't sound offensive.
No, that was actually a good point.
I want to see if he can get a stun. Oh, and that delayed DP finally working out for EndingWalker, but Akainu in a strong position. But we have seen EndingWalker come back with that V-trigger so many times. Is Akainu ready for it?
Let's see. Nice interruption with the standing medium kick, though. And that is a really good button.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, I really love how when EndingWalker is in V-trigger 2, instead of just sitting there, he's like backdashing at random times to make him waste the bar or something like that, and he's making making EndingWalker having to think a lot more about using that V-trigger in this matchup.
I like his button choice as well, and he did say he thinks Dan's buttons are really good because of the V skill too. I'm putting it more on the V skill too than the buttons themselves.
But the standing medium kick has been really useful. I've seen him use it really well. So
not ready this time.
Oh, nice backdash. He got to the right spacing on the
No, Akainu!
and fierce. That was really unfortunate.
This is reminiscent of that first game.
The corner, what's gonna happen now?
And then you have the Rashid pressure style.
Plus frames. Oh, I love that roll away.
Ooh, preemptively neutral jumping. Trying to find something. Does not allow EndingWalker to activate, but the activation comes from the
nice V-shift. Doesn't get in time.
Oh, he tried to bait the jump. Yeah,
no way!
He's
Nice
not gonna die,
cancel.
though. He's not dead though.
He's not because Dan.
Oh,
No!
right. Is he gonna catch it with a button? Yeah, just dash up. And then he tried to do walk up throw. He tried to do walk up throw. He didn't have the bar to do walk up EX cycle up, so he tried to do the throw instead. And Akainu, I believe, beat him to the punch, and he's able to take it 3-1 here, getting that lead or extending it in this set here. Okay.
I wonder though, Jammers, if he actually tried to go for that walk-up forward heavy kick and got caught in the starter frames, because I've seen him do that as well when he doesn't have the bar.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was looking for something to get hype about, but then I kind of got that throw in, so it all changed.
You know what?
Good reaction on Akainu's part.
Do you know, it's similar to when me and Logan were talking about how Problem X, how you throw takes on defense. Like, he firmly believes you're going to throw it. I think it's similar to when EndingWalker does stand hard kick. I think he believes you are going to throw. So. Oh, what a challenge there!
Fortunate challenge.
That was a fumble.
Nice.
Oh, he tried to challenge with the stand medium kick, but not enough range.
Oh, well, I find it hilarious how people are changing their scorelines. That Akainu's got a slight lead in this.
Yeah, it's like, bro, they were like, 10-0 EndingWalker. Maybe Akainu gets one game, and Akainu
No. It wasn't 10-0. They said no offense, but 10-0.
If I ever needed some of you people in the chat to defend me, I'm not asking any of you. You lot do some snaky behavior. Some snaky behavior. All right, flicker.
It's gonna be.
Nice interruption once again. Yeah, he's so ready to interrupt
He's so clinical about things that you can't stop. He's so ready to stop from every character. These little weird stuff that you can't stop, he will stop. He will stop them. Something it seems like he's put a lot of time into, and I really commend that.
All right, pressure. He's in the corner now. Let's see how Akainu gets out of here. Now, cross counter. Nice delay.
That definitely looked like it was minus, though. Like, I feel like EndingWalker wasn't sure which way it was gonna be, because that EX down TF is so hard to see if it's plus or minus.
What's up?
What's up?
Let's see how he activates, though. Whip punish!
Damn, that was so good. The spacing was perfect from Akainu there.
And
damn that backdash.
I promise you, this has come with thousands of matches, hours of training against EndingWalker himself. You can't just find any other Ed to do this against. Believe me,
Yeah.
these guys have played before.
And to me, it seems like Akainu playing Guile has limited him because playing a character considered a lot weaker is where he's really shining. I think watching him play now is just
Dude, that
absolute gourmet.
That was
that
sick.
juggle was unfair.
Why is he dead? No, okay, not quite.
No, he's not.
Jump light kick? No!
Okay, let's see.
Then he
Let's
gets
see
the full
something
conversion,
happen.
let's go.
Right, if he's not going
Let's
to
see
do a
something
reversal, I think he's going to firm the next grab. Okay, he's sitting there
Keeps it
blocking.
safe, keeps it tight. And another hit, but he was not ready to confirm it.
Now,
He went for it again.
no. And you know what? He said this to me and Logan over the weekend. He said, if you're going to delay, I will do EX Cycle Up. I said, I will do it. I will do it. And the thing is, you can practice with delays. You will not wait that long. You will not wait that long.
Yeah,
I promise
there's
you.
definitely like that internal rule where you only wait for so long.
And that's why
It's
I think
built in. It's built in.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it was really impressive in the first couple of games that Akainu did that extra long delay, which was baiting that out. But it seems like Akainu, EndingWalker stopped doing it, and now he's doing it back. So we want to see if Akainu then starts waiting extra long again to see if he's going to try to counter that again. Nice confirm from EndingWalker. That's not really an easy confirm to do either, like 14 frames or something.
Ooh, that down kick hit so deep. He got a confirm off of that.
Pressing and wake up again, EndingWalker. Wonder
Okay.
why.
Stuns racking up here. Goes for a throw take. That was an immediate throw take there from EndingWalker. The reversal's out of
now
there.
he escapes. Yeah, from
That's
the down
fine though.
kicks.
If it's against
That
a regular
is
one, that's fine.
For sure.
Okay,
Plus
with
range, but not enough range. EndingWalker missing that crouch fierce. I love that. Oh, what?
He's seen that before. Yeah, he's seen
Yeah.
it before.
That was
Probably been
sick.
hit by it, right? Last time they
Probably,
played. Oh, it is a 16 frame confirm? I was pretty sure it was very low. I'll ask about that later.
Oh, the stand medium kick working so well.
Well.
Just stuffing that out. I'm beginning to be a Dan believer.
I mean, a lot of people like watching the character, man. Sweep, that was
Oh,
an
that's gonna
arbitrary
be-
sweep.
yeah.
That's going to be punished big. Now, is he going to try and rectify himself, or is he going to sit there?
The
He will
corner
sit
we
there.
go.
He knew the mistake he made. With punish.
Oh, massive punish. Once again, nice awareness from Akainu.
Yeah, he'll wait. He'll wait.
Oh, and now he's setting up the knee pressure.
And the instant chase down, I love his awareness. Now
He's
this
like he's like a bloodhound.
That's going to wait. Yeah, he's not going to V-break. That would have been a bad choice if he does a V-break there.
Yeah,
He's
it's
out
gonna
of
look.
the
It
corner.
looks.
Oh, he's gonna get a confirm.
Now,
Might
yeah.
get an activation soon, unless he dies from the next hit. Will it kindly give him to him? Oh, he's definitely ready to just give it to him.
Or
and
he
take
might
that
cycle
as it
swing.
is.
He might do the cycle swing
Yeah.
and activate. I think that's what. There it is. Yeah. I think that's what he's looking for. After he tried and wait for Akainu to give him the
Now
hit.
he's gonna go for the guard break.
Oh, he did it again! I love it.
He wouldn't
He
have
has the
died,
life lead to do it.
Oh, what if he did? No, too hype.
though.
Plus range, he's gonna get a combo from this.
Uh-oh, you got 2 more throws or 1 more get.
Ooh, the counter hit!
Jump light kick, jump light kick.
No, blood. What?
Jump light kick! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I obviously, Akainu did the reversal,
That
but
was
I
so
sensed the
good.
jump light kick coming. That situation, you were never even going to try and bet a DP there. It was too much of a risk or too much of a reward for you to end that round and take it. And Akainu isn't afraid to let that reversal fly. He's been doing it a number of times. And again, that's when we have to transition to that next layer of mind games here. And we know that Dan's reversal is significantly faster than Ed's. So you got more things to consider in situations like that.
And just before that last interaction, you could see Akainu try to wake up button thinking he's gonna bait for once, and it's like, you're not baiting? Okay, I will show you what happens when you don't bait, and it worked out for him.
Exactly.
Who's really taking the mix-up, right?
The philosophical question from our boy Phenom.
Yeah.
Do you know what's crazy? Everyone started questioning themselves when Phenom said that. Everybody started questioning themselves.
Everybody stopped for a moment. Oh, the cross guard. Yeah.
Cross guard, beautiful.
For too slow of a normal from the plus frame.
Ooh, he's really trying to
Akaino's
prevent
so
the
good,
activation. Yeah, he's really trying to prevent it. It'll
Really
come
good at
anyway.
getting in and out, getting out. And there's that activation, no DP. Oh, we gotta see what of these DPs soon. That will be too sick.
Oh, the delays from EndingWalker. He's setting up so many layers
He
on
won't do
that.
DP
When
now.
is he?
No, he's not going to do DP now.
And but he's not dead.
Hey! Almost everyone gets
I
hit
love
by
that.
it. Almost everyone gets hit by it, and it's crazy enough. That is what's looking good. That is one of his signature specials. I know it's an Ed thing, but He's made it his special because he ended the tournament with it.
I mean, he's the one who's getting most out of it.
I
He
really
is
like
actually.
that. Layers is put on it to make a kind of DP there.
Anyone
He's
can do that, but can you make anything out of it?
Just
That's the
rinsing that
question.
reward.
Yo, the combo. The plus frames on
Rolled
that.
out. Yeah, and he got it again.
Oh, wait. I love it.
Oh wow, here they go. They're just letting fly now. Fists will
They definitely
fly.
swing.
Fist will fly at this location.
So that interruption is really good because a lot of people just respect Ed's offense until he does something where he's minus, right? But there are, if he does not go for like stand heavy kick, V-skill, standing heavy punch, which can like crush an interruption, but if he goes for stand heavy kick, jab, stand heavy kick again, or just stand heavy kick, there are openings. So you need to be aware when fighting Dan, or you make him too strong for your own good. You need to know that you can actually press as long as it's not going for those true strings, which is like intermediums or heavy punch, right? Like that.
Oh, there it is. Just
yeah,
like you
there,
said.
yeah, that's perfect timing. I kind of thank you, bro.
Thank you for the demonstration.
Hey man, that's one of the most gratifying feelings on commentary. You explain something and it happens. Just you explain it. It happened
It
with
is.
me
It
when I was
is.
talking about something with Shaxx and EndingWalker over the weekend.
It's great.
Instant serotonin.
Pressure being applied. And he checks. Okay.
Nice,
That looked like
yeah.
it was +2 or 3, but maybe...
It definitely
Akainu-
looked like plus. It's so hard to tell.
Okay, baited. He will get punished for it. Now,
was an interesting
I wonder if he's going to take a grab. No.
Oh, he's gonna take a counter hit into that.
Yeah,
The
he
one I
went-
find interesting though, why is EndingWalker waking up with buttons when his DPs can be baited with like light or quick normals
No,
anyway? So there's no
because-
point.
I
really.
know. I think it's because he knows that people will be trying to delay most of the time, and people will still opt to do that because the option's still there. Even people when they try to delay pressure because they think he's going to delay tech, he doesn't see that. though. He just immediately takes or tries to block it out. So
Yeah.
Ooh, I love it.
What a timing on that. He just
Look at the
walked a
juggle here.
step back for the crouch heavy punch. He whipped that early, has the spacing down now.
Oh, he
misses
went
it
for a
again.
reset,
Or
yeah.
was he baiting?
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
coming.
DP? Yeah. That's what I think.
Nice interruption.
and he's not allowing him to throw, and he tried to do a wake up button, but he's got to deal with his activation very shortly, and he's preventing it again.
Oh, he's probably gonna try to deny that as good as he can.
Yeah, throw again. Let's see
Was
if he takes that risk.
good.
Alright, the V-trigger is gone, and he's dead.
Yo!
Yeah, so
Stand medium kick.
this has happened numerous times now. There will be an occasion where they're in neutral and EndingWalker's building the V. He needs 1 or 2 more hits from Akainu to build the V-trigger, or he's got it, and Akainu will just basically back away full screen, and you see it. He tries to do the EX fireball activation, he tries to sweep, he tries to do something that kind of doesn't let anything happen, and he got a choice to make. And because he exploded me on a V-shift, he wasn't sure, then he just goes, right, you're going to dash in, I check that dash. So this is one thing you can do, right? It's one thing you can do, but this, again, this is becoming a thing where you have to study EndingWalker as a
Yeah.
player. This is coming from
would
these
like
two
to-
playing
yeah.
a fair bit, so...
I would like to see EndingWalker just, just once try to activate, just raw, without trying to cancel it.
Yeah,
from
but
anything.
the mix-up from some of his activation is too good.
That is true. Yeah, that's true. But I would like to see how Akainu reacts to that.
That was the first time we saw a tone cancel whiff, and EndingWalker was just not ready to punish it because people don't really play enough against Dan to be always ready. You need to mentally tell yourself, remember, when that V-skill whiffs, you have to punish it. It looks weird, but it is punishable.
Big normal from Akainu.
Alright, his Psycho Upper
Turning it
coming.
off
Is he going to
nicely.
wait? There's a V Brave. And another one. Alright. Just waits it out.
Going down, yeah.
Nice.
He might have to go back to his very simplistic game plan he used when he was on PS4 at Versus Flying. He might just have to go back to jab flicker, to be honest. There
yeah,
it is.
maybe.
Yeah, he might have to
1,
just
2,
start doing
3.
that.
It's being really hard to catch right now, EndingWalker. In and out, in and out.
Yeah, another dank kick's coming.
Ooh, big full range conversion.
Got a shimmy.
Oh,
Yeah.
once again. Ending
if
is so good.
If it's not a walk, it's a dash. You're gonna get hit by it, mate. And the thing is, you don't want to get dashed up thrown. So that's the big thing.
Like
about
pick
this.
your poison.
And we could see EndingWalker was already committed to it, having that hit crouch mini kick already committed to the dash up DP. He decided seconds ago that that's how I'm gonna end it.
Right. Just put him in the corner. Hit. That is a
Oh,
punish.
that's
Yeah.
definitely minus. Yeah, there's the punish.
Great conversions.
Doesn't get any
Whoa, stole
with
a
the
turn.
normal down kick, but he's gonna do it anyway.
Well, I mean, you have a taste
Shades of
medicine, innit?
EndingWalker.
Oh, I haven't seen that hit in a while.
So, you get close enough to throw him again, though. Oh,
Nice
oh,
bait.
was so good. The spacing was perfect.
They've both been baiting so good with that anti-V reversal tech. Because they are eternal pressure characters, right? So they both need to be ready. But this dash is Akainu has been ready. EndingWalker hasn't really caught up to it. Maybe he wanted to
He's got a choice
catch
to
him a
make.
bit off guard with
He's
his
got a
DP.
choice to make. And he woke up with buttons instead. And he did it again.
That was crazy.
Yes.
Ooh, nice patience from Akainu this time.
And you know what? He went to that well one too many times. And the thing is, dash up back would have killed him. But Akainu made his choice. I'll wait there, get another whip punish. Look at that. Look at that.
You can imagine that some of the time it just happens to be a whip punish because that button is such a great tool, not just for whip punishing, but just for on-block pressure spacing. So it's like it does all of the starting for him, and that's a really great tool to have. Oh wow, nice.
Fears again. Cancelled into anything. Akainu tries to be versatile.
Do you know what? These guys' punishes on their V reversals have pretty much been smack bang on point 90% of the time. I like that. I really like that.
And like the timing on when they baited has also been like near perfect, so it's been really a joy to watch.
Yeah. Right. Is he going to wake up buttons again? Is he going to V-shift? He's going to wait.
Carry as well. Oh, that was definitely minus.
It was huge though. Conversion from EndingWalker takes him to the corner. What's it gotta be?
Doesn't use it in the combo. That was smart. He gets an opening instead.
There we go. Coming back. And this is it. We've said this in numerous matches we see EndingWalker play, for Ed in general. The guard break does change a lot of things, especially when it's putting you right in the guy's face. Your throws are pretty damn decent, whether it's just damage or pseudo Oki and whatever near the corner. It's a big difference. And the thing is, Akainu's only done a reversal once or twice from post guard break, and then after that he just sat there. So
yeah,
big deal. It's a very big deal.
It is. So hard to deal with.
Yeah, and I like how EndingWalker, even though he has eaten in general a lot of wake up DPs, he's not over baiting. Because when you start baiting too much, you're just giving away. So I love that he's just okay with being DP. Yeah, he's just okay with being DP. Loses some bar, no Oki. Nice commercial.
Yeah, but do you know what? I will say this though. I think like baiting too much, that's kind of something you'll do kind of subconsciously though. I think that's the thing you'll fixate on the whole time. I think it's hard to kind of get like trying to break that habit sort of thing, if you know what I mean. It's kind of especially the first attempt, it's hard to get out of that habit.
Yeah, I think you need to be very aware that I'm not going to be too scared. It's not worth baiting that much.
Yeah.
Get that one read and that punish for more than you get hit by, right? Ooh, the trade. Oh. I think neutral-wise, I feel like Dan has like more control in some aspects with that heavy kick starting so much.
Yeah.
This almost had a whip punch there.
Roundhouse, yeah. You gotta watch your toes when you're blocking against Dan because that crouching medium kick cancelled from another normal is always looming there.
Fight me indeed. Here comes the Ultra Snatcher. And there's the guard break.
That was so dirty.
Trying to catch
nice patience from Akainu.
He's not going to do anything yet until he gets a button activation. And he's going to spend it on an EX bar instead of converting it to super. It's a big choice here from Akainu.
That's something. If you're really committed to patience on defense, I feel like EndingWalker wants to open you with frame traps. It's not that often that he goes for too many throws. But this one though, nice take from Akainu. Another dash. Oh my god, maybe conditioned by all those 1-2-3s after tech.
Yeah, zooming his way in.
Yeah, taking his chance at making plans.
Now I tell you what, because I see Muscle do that like a fair bit, right? He throws, you tech, he dashes and throws again. We know EndingWalker's signature special. Walk up, dash up, EX cycle upper. He had the bar. So if you throw tech him and he dashes, that is kind of mixed up on you, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna do delayed tech, whether you like it or not.
It's tough to deal with.
Nice TP from Akainu. Definitely been a close. Oh, you don't get extra points on the red fireball either. Nice cluster from Akainu. What a start.
No, you don't. I think
crush
you just
as well.
get the juggle state.
EndingWalker thinking that he would do the interruptible, but he stayed true. Wow. They just win right now.
What's happening there for a moment? Oh, so much stuff is happening right now.
Looks like EndingWalker is expecting him to react to the fireball with the jump forward and tries to catch that jump forward.
Dude, that was so disgusting. The ambiguous side switch.
Hyato. Nice whip punish from EndingWalker, and that's something you see EndingWalker do a lot more than a common Ed player would do. Like he uses that crouching mini kick whip punish style a lot, and I really like that because he adds something to Ed's game plan that is not really that big to begin with, not like focus.
Ooh, punish,
Wow,
okay.
There you go.
Keeps it basically the sweep though. Dan sweep's actually alright, you know, it's not that bad.
It is, and you can cancel that, so there's always that as well.
Oh, that's gonna be a big punish because that is -10, but he's too far to get the
Ooh, that
flicker
was
to connect
clutch.
properly.
Doesn't get anything out of that, unfortunately. Oh, there you go, the activation, but still not fast enough with the roundhouse. Or,
Do you know what,
the
Becky? I
roundhouse.
think that's what you want with Ed when it comes to whiff punishing. I think you want low forward to Psycho Rising to connect, like all the time.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I think that's
yeah.
what you want.
I mean, he would be insane if it was from all ranges. Wow.
Punish.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not really big.
Big
Oh, he's
punish.
spending the bar. He's not going into super.
Interesting.
You're allowing him to play. Throw.
That was one.
Yeah, he tried to
Maybe
walk up into
greed
another
or
one.
just a moment of clutch.
Such, and that interrupt had such like a high risk, high reward. For rewards, you take the round. The risky that you actually lose the round when you have throws to take. But at some point you have to act right, so he chose to act earlier rather than later. Nice
There
spacing.
you
Look
go.
at that. That spacing was gorgeous. I love it.
There's so much like small spacing stuff going on.
To the both of
You know,
them, yeah.
yeah, like backdashing the charge spheres, and you know the EX Dankyaku, stuff like that. Both sides, like you said.
Wake up buttons. Those are the needed as well, by the way.
Oh, no confirm. That would have been it.
Get a double dash!
Yeah,
No
yeah,
way!
He'll do it. He'll do walk up,
Working out.
he'll do walk up reversal, he'll do dash up reversal, he'll do double dash reversal. Do you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna back dash to full screen, he's gonna do 5 dashes in reversal, he's gonna do a backflip, he's gonna do reverse, he's gonna do
Maybe we'll see that.
Maybe we'll.
There's still matches to go.
Maybe he was watching Luffy play and was like, I could do that with a DP. And then he tried it and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna add this to my game plan.
Right,
It's like, hey, this is working.
Do you know what's crazy? Like, I can see him do this to a lot of players at Capcom Cup. Legit, I can see him do this to a
Dude,
lot of
I
players
can't
at
wait
Capcom
to
Cup.
see that. Yo, the double dash again.
And do you know what? All it's gonna do is remind me of when.
Dude, that's so good. He's setting up plus frames so he can punish the V-Brewers.
Yeah. All his dash up cycle uppers are going to do is remind me of the time where everyone warned Freedom about TKR special and he didn't believe him.
Oh yeah, true. That's still a good time. Still a good time.
Oh, keeping it true. EndingWalker trying to interrupt, trying to find his time.
Nice anti.
Oh my God,
and
this-
wait, that
nice
puts you in the hit
anti.
animation. No. That's
Dude,
sick.
that's sick.
Shimmy.
Probably a little bit worried about
and
the
Too
this
much
gonna-
scaling. Too much scaling. Way too much scaling right now. Yeah, way too much scaling. I wouldn't be surprised if he busts out here and now. Good throw second.
Still has the plus frames. Oh, and he was crouching.
Look at that. Do you know what? I had no idea when he does the back hard kick anti-air, he's still able to get the hit animation from the double.
That's actually true. I haven't really thought about it before because it happens so rarely.
I confirm from EndingWalker. It's so fast, back and forward. Oh, that was definitely a bit late. I think that was a punish ball. 1, 2, 3 there. Just a little bit too late from Akainu.
Gets pushed in the corner here.
Nice.
The answer, once again, the standing medium kick into the activation has been a really good option for Akainu, I feel like.
Alright, pressure being applied. He's
Keep
gonna
the
send it
pressure
back.
going,
Look at
baby.
this pressure, just
you
like
know what?
last round.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't mind these two spending meter to put the other guy in the corner because if they need to spend resources to get out on either end, like I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, of course. Like that's where they shine.
Oh, 2 fireballs.
Is he gonna?
Bates.
He can't jump.
Another
Though.
one.
Yeah, he can't. Oh my god! I said he can't jump. I actually thought EndingWalker's gonna go for the up snatcher.
Yeah, this time he didn't.
Punish. This is big. Is he gonna do something else?
Nice punish.
Ah, pressure.
Oh, that was definitely plus.
Oh,
The judo chop.
man hit him with the
That's
Mr.
insane.
Miyagi chop flip like. Wait, and that's the first time he's used that overhead. That's actually the first time he's hit with this overhead. Okay, we got 6 apiece here.
Surprising
yes.
range on that as well.
Listen, you stay there. Have you seen Luke's overhead? Have you seen Luke's? Have you seen
Yeah.
Alex's overhead? Like,
Of course I've seen those, but damn.
Nah. Dan's got some
It
stuff.
looks very cool. And it's funny because he was doing so many cancels and specials that like, and you have to differentiate so much coming all the time, and then suddenly that overhead was there. Probably just not
do
letting
you know
to
what I
block.
wish this game did? If an overhead hit from 1,000 miles away, it turned into a mid. It wouldn't count as an overhead. Do you know what I mean? An overhead hits you when it
Yeah.
looks low and it still counts as an overhead. It has to be at a certain point that counts an overhead,
Oh,
then
yeah,
it,
like
then
that.
it
Yeah, yeah.
changes to a mid. That's just me, though. That's just me being selfish.
That would be interesting.
That's not the first time EndingWalker's ended his combos early.
Oh,
And kind of lives to see the day because
yeah,
of it.
he lives to see another chance here in this round.
It seems that Akainu was trying to like bait him to do that full screen charge fierce, and then he's backdashing in advance to get that full punish, and that might be why we don't see that much from EndingWalker in this set. Nice
Stab
control.
Yeah, it's too good.
And he says my
Can't challenge.
anti is the problem.
I definitely think standing medium kick from Ed is
into that.
more
What do you think he
cursed.
was gonna do? I think he was gonna do walk up EXDP, and Akainu was pressed early enough. Nice.
That was such a
awareness.
clutch V shift from EndingWalker there.
Now that was pretty good there from EndingWalker. Good reaction. And again, Dan's fireball is like pretty damn slow, so he had time to react and see that, especially with the non-charge version of Cycle Swing. Chase out the corner. Yeah, try to backdash.
Cut short. Nice. Cancels into the sweep.
I love how EndingWalker is ready for that. The first dash, he knows the Oki's real, he waits. Second dash, I'm ready to check that. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful awareness from EndingWalker.
Was good.
Okay, he's trying. Yeah, no, that's fine. He might do it again. Okay, I think he thought Akainu was gonna do it
Wars.
again.
Dude, no way. That was sick. It's like, I'll match you if you match me.
Yo, it's gonna be big damage here for
I wonder if we could have
EndingWalker.
empty jumped there.
He's gonna set up the guard break. No, he's trying to bait. Yeah, he's trying to bait to jump.
He's trying to bait it.
Last time it was like 4 baits, and then Akainu jumped.
And then he landed.
So how many are gonna bait this time?
I think
Nice, with no punish.
No, that's surprisingly fast recovery in that.
Nice DP.
Nice throw.
Was good.
And you know what?
Flash medium kick. I like it.
Yeah, I think we saw crouch medium kick there because he thought he might have tried to bait the EX cycle upper. Somebody asked in the chat, why isn't EndingWalker in SFL EU? I'm sorry, my friend, because he's underage. That is the only reason why he was not in
That
SFL.
is exactly the only reason.
Otherwise, he was basically first choice on almost every team list.
Yeah. That's pretty insane.
There you go,
Nice.
cycle.
EXTP. I'm not gonna guess. I'm just gonna throw it out.
Yeah, and the reward is so good, even though it's a bit worse of a DP, just the reward of having that Oki is so good to turn the tides. Nice punish.
Oh, he was ready
Far,
once
though.
again, yeah.
Oh, with punish.
Oh, big whiff punish. And this time it wasn't the roundhouse, it was the stand fierce. That
He's going
worked
to
as
do a
well.
back throw there.
And he did it very late, too.
Yeah. Gets a throw there, not back throw, but he ends it with a throw.
I want to comment on something. I read in the chat, now it's going to be 10-5 when it was 5-5.
Nah, it's gonna be 7-3.
So what is your
It's gonna
OS
be
now, chat? What's the OS now?
It's gonna be 7-3, I think.
I don't know, man. We'll just wait for the score to change again. I'm just enjoying the games and learn as we go along. It's very interesting to see the defensive choices more so
Super
at
even.
EndingWalker's end than Akainu's end. Yes, these guys get a bit reckless with their reversals. These guys are having a good time, and I'm sure you guys are being entertained just as much as we are.
Nice with punish.
But
Sorry.
again, the risk reward on both of these characters in certain situations is like night and day, I feel. That's just me personally, though. Punish.
Punish.
You know what I really like seeing from EndingWalker is how he's utilizing different buttons to whip punish. It's like he's not playing a whip punish based character, but he's still so ready to whip punish when there is a button he can whip punish, and I love that about his gameplay.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Like,
again, not
we talked about it before the episode. Like crouching medium kick and crouching medium punch, they have their whiff ranges, but like he's still trying to utilize them to their, fullest potential.
Yeah, and I even saw a sweep whip punish earlier, which was just beautiful.
Oh, the jump! That was sick.
The first of the whole set.
The first round start jump.
Yeah, exactly.
He actually did a
that's
neutral
what I
jump,
meant.
Jimmy. EndingWalker trying to interrupt again. Finds that corner carry. He seems to always have some bar, gets the crush. They're just swinging right now.
Yeah, but he's taking his risks when he's got less than 40% health.
Now this time he did the DP.
Yeah. Not dead yet.
It's gonna confirm more.
He tried to
Oh, he did
hard
that
kick
forward
there.
heavy kick. He
Yeah,
wanted to catch that delay tech.
You might as well wake up with forward heavy kick at this point.
Yeah, let's do it.
Happens. Wake up! Instant overhead? Yo, no way. Dude, this guy's on another level.
No, but he'll only do that if he knows it's going to kill. If
Of
he knows,
course.
If he knows,
But that was
if it's
sick.
that throw situation, he'll only do that if he knows it's going to kill. That's
Yeah.
literally it. So,
Yeah.
that's how it will go. So,
7-7.
7-7. Is it 7-7 right
This
now?
is a great set. Yeah.
Okay.
Someone is menu. All right, it's now a first to 3. Let's go. I saw someone in the chat mention that as well. It's been really high. Like the pace has been really quick in this set.
Well, the thing is, I'll tell you what's funny, right? People say fast-paced, but isn't that what people want in fighting games? Just fast-paced stuff. Just people just slugging it out, not blocking. Isn't that what you guys want?
I don't know. Are you asking me? Should I answer? What am I supposed to do here right now, Jammers?
You just want everyone to move like a snail. Everybody else just wants people just...
Yeah, you just want everyone moving like a snail and with punishing each other.
Baby, baby.
Oh, big
Isn't
punishment.
that what you people want?
Again, I'm the the double crouch? Nah, that must have been unintentional
Akainu just
teabaggeroony.
giving EndingWalker space there. He was looking for that stand fierce.
Crash counter.
Oh, nice sweep. Just
Oh,
inserting
that
that
looked
perfectly.
that looked too early. That was way too early, that jump.
And another
Okay.
interruption. This is
Has to
a lot of
block
interruption
this.
again because it's a -2 move, but if you're pressing like the heavy to take your turn, that's not really real. And EndingWalker getting the interruption on the turn taker as it was not fast enough.
Well, here's the thing, right? He could do button into flick after that because it's -2, or he could just do a raw flicker again by itself.
Not bad.
Up the jump there.
What a
The
punish.
standing medium kick, it's so beautiful when Akainu uses that.
Tried to get that heavy kick again. Just getting in there.
Now he's, fishing for an interruption from EndingWalker to try and get the crash counter.
Oh, he got a clutch jump.
Interruption combo, EndingWalker he tries to find that V-shift or delayed tech timing. Would have caught both, but kind of just resilient sitting there.
Yo, the XGP.
Guard break again. What's it going to be? How many throws are he going to take? EndingWalker's got 2 bars here. Yeah, there's
Another
one.
throw, maybe.
Trying to catch
pressure.
him.
Dude,
Is he
look
gonna
at that.
throw him?
So many. Oh, that was a nice interruption.
But here's
That
the thing.
patience was actually very.
Akainu
very
was like,
commendable.
come
Yeah.
here, break, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is, Akainu's done that multiple times in that situation now. He'll just wait until he has the V-trigger ready. He'll see what EndingWalker's really trying to do because he wants to catch him throw tech. And he's like, nah, I'll just do a safe activation on V-trigger.
Yeah.
Look at that. This is big. Right, what are you going to do? You going to firm this grab? No, he gets shimmy.
Oh, nice shimmy.
Good challenge.
But he's gonna get
though.
pushed all the way mid-screen by that one EX bar.
This is where it starts, and he finds the hit.
Try to run
Starts
away.
off great corner game,
Try to run
everything.
away. Yeah,
Saves the V-trigger bar. What's it gonna be?
the best frame trap in the game. Whiff throw.
Yeah, plus on with.
Wow, is this how people lose games? CA,
Super.
yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's actually the first CA of the set.
Yeah, they are definitely meter happy, aren't they?
Akainu has had chances, but like you said, Jammers, he hasn't used those.
Wow. That's the first CA of the set. Like, everyone's just been doing their own thing. And look, that's how I know you guys got good EX moves. You just don't use your CAs.
Yeah.
You crazy people. No, I'm kidding.
They love their EX moves too much. They love their EX moves too much, man.
No, listen, I, with the screen carry they provide and like pressure
Yeah,
sequences you can give them as
exactly.
well. Listen, I don't.
That's what serves them the best.
I don't blame them. All right,
Here
8-7
walk
to
from EndingWalker.
EndingWalker here.
Oh, one rare whiff on the cancel there from Akainu. I don't think he's dropped any of those so far.
Yeah, that's the third one, and none of them have been properly punished. Yeah, because EndingWalker hasn't really been. He's not been ready, so the punish has been minuscule. Jab twice and jab 1, 2, 3 once. Oh, the double dash into the medium punch there from Akainu, taking his good time. It's gonna be tries to get a shimmy.
Yeah.
Nice.
He was
chase down.
trying to punish that V reversal. It's gonna get the Oki here, yeah. Nice tech.
Ooh, so close. Tries to get over it.
Nice block.
EndingWalker not ready to do anything, and he actually shimmies the -2, and EndingWalker not going for a DP, which would have lost, going for that delayed tech and kind of finding that last hit. Beautiful play. Are we gonna see an 8-8 maybe? Back in the corner. Restarts EndingWalker.
Is he gonna firm it again? Yeah, it looks like he was trying to find
So
that.
many
Yes,
standing-
okay. So it looks like EndingWalker's found out what the problem was. He said, right, he's waiting to activate a crouch medium punch, so let's try and frame trap him instead. I think he's still looking for that opportunity.
There
and
you
there
go.
it is.
That's just like
Yeah.
you said.
Oh yeah, Jammers, we both got one.
Oh dear, that's dead. That is dead.
Big dead.
Now, I'm trying to remember, do both these guys have 1025? Where's Dan's health? Dan does have 1025. He just has less stun than Ed. Wow. That is kind of crazy.
That was nice. Plus frames from Akainu on the EX Dankiaku.
Nice interact. Or I mean, nice.
Yeah,
control of the
even
jab.
though like the Roundhouse Whipped has a a good amount of minus frames there.
It seems like EndingWalker wants to take this one and go, but he
Nice
does not
cross
respect
pad.
it.
Whoa,
Oh, what happened?
what
No,
happened?
that is definitely Akainu's pad.
Oh, it's his pad. Yeah, it's his pad.
Oh,
going.
there you
oh, yeah,
go.
his pad.
Big
Back in
G's
the
to
game.
EndingWalker for waiting for
Hang
him
on
to
a
get
minute.
the
Is,
pad.
is this what happens when you do too many taunt cancels?
Your triggers are
Hey,
on.
listen, they should
big respect in chat.
Hey, listen, they should have put a warning in the when you pick Dan that your pad could die.
That's
Oh, what a
man.
bait.
Fair point.
Yeah. Is he gonna lose because of the activation?
But he definitely noticed that like Akainu wasn't doing anything in his Onoki, so
Man said CPT
stuff for
finalist
ending.
gives you the time of day, giving you that respect. Said, hang on,
it's like go on.
your thing died. You would have just stopped pressure to allow me to get out.
Do you think Akainu feels bad now? It's like, I can't really win that round when he gave it back. And he's like, oh, now I feel bad.
Well,
and
look,
EndingWalker's like, that's rude.
listen,
That's rude.
if that was tournament, I'd be like, yeah, I'm taking that. Your pad,
Yeah,
is
for
none
sure.
Of your pad is none of my concern.
Your pad, your problem.
That's it. Put down a t-shirt, by the way.
Yeah, your pad.
You're bad.
Listen, I think some people need to take a leaf out of Vegas book sometimes. Your pad, your problem.
That's true.
That is true.
Wow, the walks. Even though Akainu has shown that heavy
nice
kick usage,
interrupt.
I really like that EndingWalker still does these long, brave walks. Something's definitely been.
Wait,
Oh.
crouching fist. This guy's got
He tried to
layers
go
upon
for the-
layers upon layers.
Tried to go for the switcheroo there. Didn't work
Oh,
out.
the free traps and no conversion on
once
the match media kick confirmed.
Cancel into the beat trigger from Akainu. He's always waiting for that.
No tick throw.
Nice
Oh yeah,
V-shift.
that's it. He went for an immediate V-shift off the jab. He does that a lot, just like the French players.
Yeah, it's good because it's harder to OS if even possible for some characters, right?
Yeah, so,
So
he would
if you
have
go
to.
for it-
He would literally have to do throw into X direct again, and you
Yeah.
can't. I don't think you could do that in time.
Yeah, so it's definitely a better point at reshifting is after that first block. Oh, nice backdash from EndingWalker. Akainu though on the prowl. EndingWalker gets out. Backdash, minuscule damage is fine for him. But no, I think he buffered. That was a buffer mistake. Akainu on a great run. Takes to slow it down. No confirm again. He's been a bit afraid because he had a few confirms on block, and I think EndingWalker's just been afraid to convert on hit.
Oh, there's once again that bait. Set up the crush counter.
All right, pressure
No
being
gaps on
applied.
that.
He's waiting for the opportunity to get the enhanced snatcher to be ready and waiting. Not unless Akainu gets there first. But here we go. Wow, breakaway. There we go.
Lost frames on that one.
Yeah, that's the thing. When he gets that walk-up pressure, that's gonna be the most insane thing about it. And he's gonna chip you down until he can throw you.
And he had 3 bars to use there if he wanted to, and finds the start of fireball conversion.
There it is, man.
Look at that. I'm telling you, man. The corner pressure and the damage you get. Yes, I know, like, everyone has basically absurd post-stun combos or whatever in the corner, but it's like when you have that extra layer of pressure, like your Luke, like your Poison, like your Dalsim, you know, even with Cody as well, like several characters, it's like it can be tough to deal with to make that choice. And it's what we were talking about before, Vic, in a while. So in certain characters, when they got in certain situations, having 2 bars means a lot in this game. At least for me in this final season. Look at that. That was it.
Once again, that's definitely better than Poison Scratch.
My crouch medium punch wouldn't touch that unless you press the button.
No.
It's absolutely cursed.
Tries to keep nice. I love that tiny 1-2 frame delay on the crouch medium kick after the block stand. Every punch he catches the forward dash on that. Just in case he would take his turn directly.
Back jump.
Oh, I think that
like
a hard.
I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that whiff stand fierce has worked for EndingWalker pretty well because he's gotten that crush counter from that, you know, quite a few times as well.
All right, 1, 2, 3, and he does that challenge again.
Yeah. Because Akainu tries to take his turn with a little bit slower button that might not have the hitbox at the right place at the right time.
Has one more. Just chip away at this point. There you go.
He can
Now
really
he
do
goes
a lot,
for it.
yeah. I like the DP. If you're gonna die swinging.
Yeah.
Well, if he's gonna walk
this-
up and do the
yeah.
cycle up, you might as well do it.
Oh
Like,
my
don't walk up,
days.
There
throw.
it is.
Instead,
The
he said, if you're
layers.
gonna wait for that, I will just walk up and throw you instead. You're never gonna be ready for it.
EndingWalker.
Yeah, he's really
nice.
Well, big whiff. No whiff punish from EndingWalker. He's just not ready. But I love that EndingWalker is embracing all the mix-ups and all the layers at every point in his character's game plan. It's not like he's, oh, I want to be solid like this. He knows that it's the risk-reward that matters, and when it's close to death, you just go for the risk or the reward.
Excellent,
or maybe both.
by Akainu there.
Right, if he gets a hit, if he gets a clean hit into CA, that's
the
it.
back and forth.
If he gets a
Patience
clean
from
hit into
Akainu
CA,
be
that's
beautiful.
Ending is looking
Edge.
so comfortable at this point.
Akainu just looking for that one hit.
Yeah, he
Nice
needs the crouching
activation.
meaty bitch. Yeah.
Let's go. What's it gonna be? One throw.
Was good.
What's good? What's good? Oh my days. What an interruption.
Clutch roundhouse.
EndingWalker wanted to activate. Oh,
No, he missed the meaty fireball.
Oh my god.
Oh, he went for it anyway at the overhand. Judo chop once again.
Damn. That was some reckless, barbaric play there from Akainu, but it saves him one round.
I love it. Did he delay
He
the
lives
DP?
on.
No, I think he's done it.
He just did it, but since he was far away, it looked like it was delayed maybe. Since it was hitting on the later frames. Oh my days.
We go dangerously
EndingWalker
close to the corner.
The thing is, like, do you know what? A reversal is going to make or break Akainu in this round, I promise you.
I can see Akainu is chosen
needs the
to
crouching
interrupt with the
medium
crouching
punch at
jabs
this point.
now after the M123, but can that also be suspectable?
There you go. He had his hat. There you go. He gets another chance.
Still a whip punishable after I said
Oh, I told you. Look, there's a reversal. Hang on. Psycho up.
Another
Is he gonna
one.
do it again? No?
No,
Oh no!
Why did
he
you
needs
get
to
hit by
confirm
that? Oh,
again,
no.
but he
Yeah, I
got
told
down.
you.
The
What
back
there
gets
it
it
is.
all away.
Make or break,
What
baby.
did I tell you? I said a reversal is going to make or break this man in that round, and unfortunately, it didn't work out there. And there you have it. It's the Walking Enders, the CPT Walkers, the ending of the
The
Minecraft.
Legend Walker.
No more is he a Minecraft player.
baby.
He's a full-time Street Fighter player. Make sure you sub to his channel. Follow his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ChrisCCH. That's what you want to do. I'm telling you something here. We had some great games here, and it was a pleasure to have him go up against Akainu's dad. Let me see those GGs in the chat. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that set as much as we did. Oh my god, they changed it because there you go. They didn't want me taking the mick out of them. Anyway, they have put the correct socials. But
Sorry, but even EndingWalker's names is a mix-up. It's EndingWalker or EndingWalker or EndingWalkers. It's like, how are you going to be able to follow him on all platforms? Everything's a mix.
You know what you can do? I'll tell you what you can do. You can figure that out in the 5-minute break we have, and when we come back, you might be able to tell everyone how to do it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our 5-minute break, and when we come back,
Go
we'll have
follow Chris
Akainu and
CCH.
EndingWalker on the other side of the call. See you in a bit.
Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. No. Hey, stop! Watch out!
Safety first, bud.
You my new recruit? Yeah. Gotta say, you're photogenic. Again, you can call me Luke. Or just Coach.
Spinning bird kick.
Game fight!
Rising uppercut. Spinning bird kick.
Gotcha!
Shoryuken.
Watch this. Stand it on your way.
Level up!
Now then.
Jungle House, Edelman, frozen from business! Shall we begin? Showtime! Step into the ring! Don't expect me to be a pushover. I'm so strong! I'm too smart! challenger! Sure you can! Get it now! Lend me your power! You want the base? You get the base! Sit down and shut up! Street Fighter 6. Scrap heap. Ready. Start. Hadouken! Shoryuken! Tatsumaki Tatsumaki!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to tonight's episode of Sets featuring EndingWalker and Akainu. If you are just joining us, there is no more games. We actually almost exhausted all the possible games, almost exhausted all the most possible games for a first to 10. The scoreline is next to me there with EndingWalker closing it out. Apparently it's wrong. Well, clearly I'm the clown. But anyway,
he holds grudges.
We are
The book of grudges.
We're going to be breaking down this matchup with these guys as well as asking further questions before we talk to them about some SF6 things. So, EndingWalker, Akainu, can you guys hear me loud and clear once again?
Yep.
Where's Akainu? Where are you, Akainu?
Yes.
Ah, there you go. Perfect. Right.
There you go.
The
Akainu.
icons on the streamer mix, by the way.
Well, okay. I think
there
we're
you
going to
go.
get it sorted out right now. But yes, I need to ask this question to Akainu. So, Akainu, that was fantastic. It's great to see how far your Dan has come because I think you've been playing him for a few months now. Is that right? Or is it just shy under a year?
I was using him for fun before the new patch,
Oh, yeah.
and since the new patch, I've been using him all the time.
Cool.
Do you feel like you've mastered him to a degree now?
Yes, I think so.
So how long do you think it takes to learn like a new character? Just spinning off of that. Sorry, Jammers.
Maybe 6 months. 6 months. But 6 months is not enough to master the character.
Just learn.
So,
I like that. I like
Okay, one more question about learning Dan. Do you feel like Dan is significantly more hard to learn than your average character because of the cancels?
yes, because like all of the console are different timing. For medium, heavy, light, it's different timing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little bit hard, but when you get used to it, it's okay.
Okay. Now, obviously, my next question would be, Akainu, how does the Dan-Ed matchup feel like to you? Because that didn't look as hard as I probably thought it'd be in my head in certain aspects. How does it feel to you?
No, in my opinion, the matchup is okay. It's, I will say, maybe slightly for Ed because of his broken V trigger. That's all. Yes, that's all. Because I have to to block 1 million time and guess when you delay, press. It's just random. But yeah.
I mean, EndingWalker was blocking for a little while with your taunt cancel pressure you as well, you know.
Yeah, but I will give you an example.
Go
against Ed, I use different pressure than all of the other characters because he have V reversal escape.
Yeah.
So I can't do my real pressure because I'm scared of his V reversal and also his late reversal. So I can't, you know. So that's why the matchup is a little bit.
Well, I mean, it seems like you handled it. It seems like you handled it just fine, though. Like you got the punishes on the V reversal. You baited his reversal from the taunt cancels at times.
Yeah, but I don't like to focus on that against other character.
Yeah.
All of my pressure is like if you V reversal, it's okay. I can block, or if I read it, I can V shift. Against Ed, I can't do all of that. I have to do one button, which is minus. If I do, for example, standing heavy kick, I'm -2. But it's a bait. If he V reversal, I can punish. That's why. So it's fake pressure,
I mean, there's a bunch of fake pressure in Street Fighter 5, but.
But I have to end up with a minus button to punish him against other character. I don't need that.
Okay, well, okay. So,
but that was similar for Ed though.
Yeah, I had to do the same.
That's kind of. He also had to bait if he wanted to.
Yes, but Dan Virversol is like way easier to punish than Ed.
It's not.
Is it?
It's actually
Akainu,
better.
I have to
That's
disagree
wrong.
with you there. I have to disagree with you there. I think Dan. I think Ed's Reversal is easier, way easier.
No.
It is. Ed's reversal doesn't go as far, and Ed's also got the same frame data for when it's strike vulnerable, if I remember correctly.
I mean,
interesting.
You can. Okay. I know what I say.
No, that's fine. Let's agree to disagree. Trust me.
Okay.
We'll agree to disagree on that one. All I'm saying is I'm with EndingWalker on this one. Now, EndingWalker, your perspective on the Dan matchup. How does it feel, especially after playing that first to 10 there?
I think it's 6-4 in Ed's favor.
So
okay. I think it's really bad for Dan.
Like behind that opinion.
Well, the neutral is just a guessing game for Dan for one thing.
Okay.
Like, he has to either backdash himself into the corner or risk getting hit by jab when he does stunning heavy kick. Like, the stunning heavy kick is realistically the only button he has in neutral, so contest Kara Flicker. And the stun medium kick, but obviously that's not really that rewarding outside of a V-trigger cancel. He kind of struggles to get out the corner because I can bait his V-reversal as long as I do a string far enough away. Ed's V-trigger is broken. Ed can deal with Dan's pressure really well because one button DP and an evasive V-reversal for like Dan kicks. So you can react to those. You can actually react to Dan kicks with Psycho Rising as well. If you've got no bar.
Okay.
And that also, you can also react to his fireball with that. Ed's V skill 2 goes through his V-trigger fireball, which means he can't get a freeway in. Ed's walk speed is actually really good for walking out of Dan kick as well. So, there you go.
Okay, and I mean, in times where, because at least when I'm watching it, it looked like the goal was when both of you had a bar, it was who can take who to the corner quicker, because obviously you have jab flicker into Psycho Knuckle, he already had stand hard kick into taunt cancel, EX down Retsuken, or another way of doing it. That's what it looked like to me, and then you both just had to find a way to escape the corner, activate your V-trigger. I mean, is that a safe assumption from someone on the outside looking in as to probably one of the main things to look at that matchup, or is there more intricate things from both characters we need to be seeing?
Realistically, whoever gets cornered first has lost until they get a chance to activate, and then they can bring it back. If they stay cornered after activation, that's basically that round over.
Okay, I do think when they have a chance to activate, I think there is a substantial difference, because obviously your V triggers 3 bars and probably has some more.
Like,
oh, go on.
But he also feeds me V-Gauge, which is another reason why this match was bad, because there's one character in this game you don't want to have V-Gauge its head.
Okay. I mean, unless they remove your V-Gauge entirely, I don't think that's possible. So we just have to give it to you.
Well, just don't hit him.
Yeah, I'd love to not hit you, especially up close, but it's just how the game goes. But there was, what was it? There was something interesting you did. No, you know what? You opted for your signature a lot of the time. Was this because you knew who it was, or were you just trying the different mind games you told me and Logan on Sunday?
It's a bit of both.
Okay.
Like, I was just feeling it, okay?
No, that's fine. Listen, you can answer however you want because I saw you do walk up psycho upper, I saw you walk up throw, I saw you do dash up psycho upper, I saw you do double dash psycho upper. I think the only thing you didn't do was backflip and then do it.
Yeah, I did dash up heavy kick as well, but it got thrown out of it.
Yeah, twice, right?
Veggie noticed that a fair bit, which was interesting. But I think what's very interesting, I think Veggie alluded to this as well. I think it's how you've embraced the mix-up situations and now how to pick specific things when you know players are not aware of that, but you are. Is it fair to say your situational awareness in Street Fighter 5 right now is one of the best in the world? I think it is, but I want to hear it from you.
Maybe. Like, Crimson, Angry Bird and Big Bird, Muscle Noob, Four Fells also has really good situational awareness.
Yeah.
I'd say that they have better situational awareness than me, and maybe Punk, but that's about it.
Okay, and
That I've played.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair. Now, and this is just because of the general understanding of the game, or what your character allows you to do? What would you boil it down to as to why their situational awareness and your situational awareness is so good?
Well, Ed's mental stack is quite low for one thing.
You think it's
Like, I don't think it is. It is.
low? No, it is low.
Ed's like, what are you actually looking for, Ed? Like,
I don't know. You seem to be walking out into EX Psycho Uppers everyone's face. Clearly, that's not low.
I think it means the other way around. Like you as Ed, your
as Ed against your opponent, not what your opponent is looking for.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to counter. That's why Ed is so scary, because you can't counter the heavy punch, the V skill, the fireball, the whiff flicker, the actual flicker, whiff buttons, dash, jump. Good luck countering all of that.
Right.
But like
okay.
as Ed, you have to look for like two things, and that's fireball, dash.
Damn, maybe the jump if you really wanted to mix that in there.
You don't really have to look for that because Ed's anti-airs are really good.
Well, I'm glad you showed us how good they were in that set. That was great.
They were really
Hey,
good.
the crosscut stand medium kick. It's just like that hits on top of his head.
You remember that Birdie lost his scratch medium punch,
Yeah,
which was a designated
And
anti.
G he
G's
didn't
still good.
completely lose, but they nerf that?
G's crouch fierce hit over the moon. That needed to go. That really did need to go. Like I'm gonna say that and like G's fun.
Yeah, they
but he
did.
didn't
Yeah,
need
they
that.
did nerf that. I remember right.
Okay,
The worst
fair.
part is that like
I wanted
Ed's
to
crouch
actually-
fierce is
yeah.
also hits like mad. If Ed's down B skill 2 and crouch fierce also hit behind him.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, EndingWalker, how's your Zeku coming along? We saw you use him in Salt Mine recently. Do you think Zeku is like a hard character to learn?
No,
Or like a hard character to use?
not
because-
to like learn necessarily. If you main Zeku and haven't had much experience with the game before picking up Zeku, I would say yes. But if you're learning Zeku as a sub character for like 1 or 2 characters, it's not hard. Like if you saw my Zeku versus Ryu, you'd think that Zeku's trash. But if I can take a set from Phil's, then that's all it needs to matter, because I only need to be good in that one matchup.
So who are you practicing Zeku for?
Phil's, that's it.
Just Phil's. So you
Just
you,
Phil's.
you
Not
fir-
even Falk, just Phil's.
You firmly believe Zeku's the character he hates the most.
No, I think it's even. He also thinks it's even, but Zeku's the character that
Why
I
don't you
enjoy
just
the
pick-
most.
Why don't you just pick Balrog?
Because Balrog's boring as hell.
Why is Barrow boring?
Because his game plan is so basic and there's just nothing like you really it's just, even for an Ed player, it's thoughtless. Like it's just such a basic game. Like,
Hold on. Sorry, I took my mic off for a second. Can you say that again, please?
at least with Zeku, there's some interactivity. But with Balrog, it's just the same thing every 5 seconds.
Wait, all right. Let me ask you this for argument's sake. Isn't what you see with most of these characters, their game plan, isn't it like relatively boring though?
Well, not really.
I mean,
when you can
well,
look at Balrog's game plan, he's got dash straight and anti-air.
Okay.
Now Ed's game plan is flicker, heavy kick, and I guess dash checks.
Are those game plans or those button choices and moves?
All right, game plan would just be get in as fast as possible.
Right.
Balrog is just dash straight until they die.
Poison's game plan's boring.
Poison's also very basic, and I don't enjoy poison.
Well, yeah, listen, I never saw you to be a poison player in the first place anyway. So here we are.
Thank goodness for that.
Don't you think maybe like Luke's game plan's a bit boring? Because Luke just
I don't think
throws
Luke's game
fireball.
plan's boring. I
Maybe
think he plays his game plan better than anyone else can, but I don't think it's boring.
You don't think Gal's game plan is boring?
But I
Gal is
understand
boring.
what anyone is saying.
Yeah.
Like with Balrog, you do 2 things. You do dash straight, and then you anti-air,
then you
and
wait
then
for standing
maybe
medium punch.
yeah, and
maybe
maybe a
dash heavy
couple of
kick.
buttons. Yeah.
I mean, I can definitely agree with that, and I've played Balrog for like a extensive amount, so I can see where EndingWalker is coming with that opinion, because his moveset is kind of
Well,
like
listen, I'm just saying for argument's sake, because again, there's a lot of basic game plans in Street Fighter 5. When you're playing neutral at this point in time for the game, you're seeing a lot of simple stuff before you see combos and things unfold. Am I wrong
That's why I
in
like
saying that?
Deku, because he's got a like really cool combo and combo potential, because there's the stance swap stuff, and his game plan versus Falk actually requires you to have more than 2 brain cells and use at one time, unlike Ed. So you have to look for obviously the jump, because Young Zaku's anti-airs aren't that good. The whiff punish, Falk dashing. You have to look to make sure you're not whiffing. You have to make sure that they're not doing any fireballs, because you can EX run through that. So you've got to look for all these different things, but the reward you get on them is good. And when you get them to the corner, you can actually pressure with interesting things, not just dash heavy kick like Balrog.
All right, let me phrase it in a different way. Are you saying Balrog, there's not enough like interactiveness when you play against him or use him? So it's like right, you can't really force things that feel entertaining and get a nice flashy conversion or something. It's just very straightforward. Put him in the corner, just throw them all day or do something. Is that what you mean?
At the fundamental level, yeah. I don't mind playing against Balrog. I think that's fun. But like playing as Balrog, your game plan at the base level is exceedingly basic. And even when you add more stuff, the game plan is still the same. Like, how often have you seen a Balrog player do a cool combo that isn't V-Trigger 1 related?
Or not post-stun?
Or not post-stun.
I don't think you see it
And
happen
it doesn't
at all.
involve tap.
Well, I mean, tap's just one
I think
thing
crouching
hit.
medium punch cancelled into dash straight is pretty cool.
Well,
Wow.
Thanks for your opinion.
I love stun heavy kick crush counter into super.
Well, anyway, no, that was very interesting to hear. No, it's good that you break that down. Akainu, so you are in the World Warrior Regional Finals for France. That is correct, right?
Yes.
Are you? Is your first match? I think if I'm not mistaken, your first match is going up against Valmaster. Is that correct?
Grandmaster, yes.
Wow.
So,
Feels bad matchup.
so now the last time I watched you two play was the CPT way back in May, and you guys had a really good set with Gao, Chun-Li. Are you gonna go Gao with that one, or are you gonna bring
No,
out the
Dan.
Dan? You gonna bring out the Dan,
Dan.
yeah?
course.
Knowing that Valmaster has been playing a bit of Dan as well.
Yeah, I play all the time with Valmaster. Even I think even the last CPT when he beat me, we played just before our match. We just play all the time. He knows how to fight Dan also, but I know how to fight Darcy. Chun-Li.
You know,
So
wait.
it's okay for me.
Okay,
I wanted to say Chun-Li.
all right. So let me ask you this: what is Dan versus Chun-Li like? That doesn't sound any better than Ed versus.
If you ask Valmaster,
He lied. He
this
will lie.
question, he will say the matchup is for Dan. Me, I will say it's for Chun-Li, but slightly. Like playing against Chun-Li, it's better for me, to play against Ed. For
Okay, no, to me,
Chun-Li is
sounds like-
not that hard. It's not hard. It's okay.
Okay, I mean, to me, it sounds like you have a lot of faith in Dan. Like it really does.
Of
I think,
course,
I
the
think that-
character is too good. The character is broken. It's true.
well, I will take your word for it. Now, go on, please.
Yeah, I had a really short question about Dan specifically for Akainu. We
Did
saw
you say
use
Akainu?
Yeah,
Did I hear that right?
Akainu.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounded Finnish. I love it. Akainu.
Okay. Anyway, when you do a full range standing medium kick into the V-Trigger 2 cancel, can you get anything out of that except for forward dash? We saw you use forward dash, for example.
Forward dash?
Yeah.
After what?
After your standing medium kick hits from full range and you cancel into the V-Trigger, can you get anything outside of a forward dash out of
Oh, you did
I
stand medium
get,
kick activate. Yeah, you did it max distance.
Yeah, when I do stand medium kick from far range, I can always do stand heavy kick.
Oh.
And that's what I was doing.
Yeah, it should work. Oh, yeah.
I do it all the time. Same for quick medium punch from far range, I can do stand heavy kick into cancel and.
Yeah, I think you did the crouch medium punch activate a lot from the corner. What is that one better than crouch medium kick, or because it's got better frame advantage? Or
yes. I can't cancel into crouch medium kick and do stand heavy kick. I can't.
Oh.
So that's why I do stand medium kick or crouch medium punch.
Okay, not fair.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask something else. At one point, did you ever feel you wanted to use V-Trigger 1 against EndingWalker, or do you think it was too easy for him to counter that V-Trigger?
Yeah, you can just do V-skill and...
yeah, but surely you could bait it, no?
No, I can't bait. I can't. I tried in training, it's not possible.
Wow. Okay, fair. Veggie, you got any other questions you want to ask?
Is it safe to assume that this is the first episode where we are with the up players united?
The up players?
Yeah, they're both like, my character's so good, you can do this. It's refreshing.
No, but
different.
Veggie, you didn't watch the set?
Yeah, I mean, I watch it. I'm just happy.
So,
that's a great response. I love it. No, I love it. I love it. I just think
because to be honest, I think I could win if Ed didn't have this V trigger. The matchup is okay.
But I think you could have won. I mean, 10-8.
Yeah.
Still have won. I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah. Which character can fight Ed like that? Except maybe Dalsim.
Falk.
Falk and Dalsim and you I don't think Chun-Li.
If you see TKO plays the matchup probably because he also plays Ed.
Oh yeah. So maybe Chun-Li, but now that's 4.
Bison can as well.
Bison?
Yep. And also Manat as
We're
well.
all silent.
Oh, okay. How about anyone else?
Poison can, and that's probably about it.
Why Bison?
Bison just has EX head stomp, and Ed's answers for that are trash. And it's fireball invincible on frame 1, so you can do it through V-trigger and fireballs.
Yeah, that's if you decide to mindlessly cancel, is that correct?
But if you do EX fireball, for example, or even if you don't cancel, Ed's only answer for EX head stomp that's consistent and doesn't trade his EX upper, and it can go the wrong way a lot of the time.
Yeah, okay, because it's forward movement, of course. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense as well.
Anyway, I just want to say it was in a positive note. I said that if you misunderstood me, I thought it was really refreshing to hear this positivity about your own character, and I thought that was really great. But I do have a question that Jammers asked me to. I just sidetracked a little bit. Is that the word? Correct word?
Yeah.
I have this general question. Thank you, EndingWalker, my 60-year-old teacher. Let's go. So, this is for both of you. We can get Akainu first. What was, if any, what was a thing that when you started playing fighting games, you really did not like, but as you learn playing fighting games, it becomes maybe one of your favorite things or a thing you really enjoy? Akainu, go first.
I don't know.
Sorry, I
always like play video games, so I don't know what to say.
No, listen, that's fine.
That's fair.
If it comes from straight passion and enjoyment of video games, that is completely fine. I think Veggie's asked the question out of what
curiosity.
Out of curiosity. So, what made you go from not so great at fighting games to being great? Was there any problems or struggles in between that journey, or did you just have a great time just learning fighting games?
Yeah, just have a great time, that's all.
No, okay.
I love this
that's
guy.
great.
It's a good mentality,
I will take that answer indeed. EndingWalker, you've been around half the time Akainu has, but I'm sure you've had one or two difficulties. So talk to me. Has there been any struggles or anything for you?
Dawson.
Wow.
But you now
I like Dawson. Yeah, I like fighting Dawson now. There was a time when I would see Dawson on the screen and just be like, I cannot be bothered with this.
So put it to me in a very simplistic form. When you first encountered Dawson, what was annoying about Dawson?
I had no idea how to do anything about his stand medium kick and would just blindly dash into it with my face.
Okay.
That was basically the mindset until I got to like Grandmaster.
Now, here's something I'm very interested in, because a lot of people, they come to this roadblock and they stop. what made you kind of motivated you to kind of get past that barrier of like, you know what, I don't like a Dawson stand medium kick. Some people just turn away and say, you know what, sod Dawson. We still say that to this day. But you wanted to get past that barrier and find this counter. Is it just your desire to learn, just in general, about games, or is it something else?
That's right. I just like learning stuff and how to counter. That's why I like fighting games, because there's always something new to learn to counter.
Okay.
And like when there's nothing more to counter, then it either means you're missing something, or the game is not complete, because fighting games just have infinite possibilities, which is why I like them.
Oh, the game's not complete. Okay. No, because I think I've said this to you before. I've said this to other people. Like, there's basically an answer for everything in fighting games. It's all about the timing, the circumstances, and whatever. It's just hard to pull off a lot of things. But no, I really like that answer. Thank you for that.
I have one more question, actually.
Go for it.
For EndingWalker. I've been thinking about this lately, and after your performance in the UFA, I was just thinking about the fact that, like, how is it that you have such good composure? Like, you jumped from online tournaments to 2 huge offline events, and I was just thinking, do you have some kind of a ritual or something that you do perhaps before you go to an event? Do you have like a certain mindset about it, or something that helps you to deal with the pressure when you're there in an offline environment? Because I think
like
it's
rank match.
Yeah, because I think it's frankly incredible that you jump from an online environment straight to like one of the biggest offline scenes, like tournaments, and you do so well.
In all honesty, when I'm actually like playing, I'm not nervous. But if you like saw me before or after the match, then you will see the nerves kicking in.
Right, let me ask you this, because I think a lot of players don't verbalize this. Do you become completely in the zone? So, okay, if I put you in the middle of the street right now and you saw Street Fighter 5, would you be completely zoned in on Street Fighter 5, nothing else?
Unless it was in the middle of the road, yes.
All right, cool. So
good answer.
So basically, it's because you saw Street Fighter 5 and you knew what you had to do in the game. That's how you kind of had tunnel vision. You knew exactly what to do and what was required. I have to beat this person in front of me and advance deeper in the bracket. Is that a safe way to assume that?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's perfect.
No?
EndingWalker, you want me to give you a great answer to that in the future if they ever interview you and you want to make a big bam? You just say, I'm just built different, bro.
I don't think
that would be
my
too sick.
character's
If you
bottom
said
one,
that,
got outplayed.
that would be too sick.
I don't think that's a good tip, but whatever.
Hey, listen. As he gets older, that bravado will increase. Promise you. One day, I want to hear you say that. I want to hear you say that in an interview. One day, EndingWalker, do it for me, please. Just say, Jammers told me to say, I'm just built different, please. Just do that. Just give us all a laugh. You already walked off the stage past your trophy. Give me another laugh, please. That's all I want.
Okay.
That's great. Right. Have we got any more SFI questions for these guys before we move on to SF6 related?
Let's move
questions? All right. Perfect. So, EndingWalker, you were there. Akainu, you did play the SF6 bay. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And Akainu, talk to me. How did you feel about Guile? He looks extremely fun in SF6, doesn't he?
Yeah. You have everything I wanted in SF5. You have that in SF6. Reward on with punish, good poke, like with good reach. So yeah, good.
Okay.
I really enjoyed using Guy in SF6.
How did you feel about the system overall, kind of like the drive impact, the drive rush, just everything that was being able to utilize in general?
I don't like the parry system. Parry system I don't like.
Okay.
And drive impact also I don't like. Drive rush is good, but drive impact is bad.
Okay. Would you? Oh, go on.
Yeah. No, I just feel like drive impact is random. When you don't know what to do, you just press one button and then yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I kind of, at least to my understanding, you don't like random elements put into fighting games. Is that right?
I hate that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is completely fine. This is where you can speak your mind. Would you rather they do like some major adjustments to the parry system and drive impact, or would you like them to be completely gone?
Completely gone. Parry and yeah, completely.
Okay.
Both.
Oh, go on.
No, I just say both system I don't like.
Okay, fair. Have you got any hopes or concerns in general for SF6, or are you just going to wait until we get more information about the game? For a
To be honest, I'm not waiting that game. I just want to play SF5. I just want to use Dan. That's all.
Wow.
I'm not waiting for SF6.
Okay, so does that mean you can give up your SF6 beta spot to somebody else if you just want to play Dan then?
Oh no. No, of course I'm gonna play SF6, but
You said you weren't thinking about it. I'm sure somebody who's in dire need of playing SF6. You can give up your
no,
spots.
but I'm not waiting that game that much.
Okay.
Right now I'm just happy because I'm using Dan in SF5 and the character is good, so I just want one more year in SF5.
Well, listen, depending on whenever this release date is coming out for SF6, you might get another year, you might get another 2, you might get whatever, but fingers crossed you get a little bit more time with Dan. You got to make every day count. That's what I'll tell you. You got to make every single day with Dan count. EndingWalker, what about you? Because I think you had a whale of a time on the SF6 beta, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought that the beta was really fun. I liked all the different elements and all the different things you had to actually look for, because it just made the game like actually feel like you had something to try and counter at every different time. So it's a 2-player game, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Whereas in Street Fighter 5 with Ed, I do EX5 or V-Trigger 2. That's a single-player game from then on.
True.
So there's not really anything like that in Street Fighter 6 from what I can tell. Because if you do stuff like that, you burn your meter, and if you burn your meter, what's it, burnout? And then burnout is very bad, basically, from what I can tell.
Okay.
Having said that, I'm not like extremely like I want the SF6 to be released now, because Street Fighter 5 has still got stuff for me to learn with Zeku. But when it comes out, it's going to be fun. I'm not going to like aim to be at a competitive level with it immediately. I just want to play it for fun, because it was fun.
Okay, fair. Now, I've got to... Let me just double check. SF5's the only fighting game you've played, is that correct?
Yep.
Right. Now, moving on to another game. Yes, it's still in the Street Fighter franchise, but moving on to another game, you're going to be learning a new system. There's going to be a new influx of players. Are you looking forward to starting over again from scratch and just kind of building up on that and trying to continue on your momentum as a player in fighting games? Or have you got any concerns about having to start from square one again?
No. The whole point of fighting games is that you learn something, you learn it and apply it, you counter something. They can't do that anymore. They give you a new option, you learn that, until eventually you've both gotten to a point where you've counted so many different options that it's now how many of these can you do realistically. So the whole fun of fighting games is learning new stuff, basically. So I don't mind restarting. Which is also why I like new characters in like 6, 5.
I think for me, looking at you, I think the learning aspect is probably what puts you a cut above the rest. It's because you want to learn how to counter someone, their playstyle, their character, and then come back, and it's like they show you something new. So, well, I've got something new for you, and you want to see how far it goes. Sometimes I feel that not enough people push you to that limit where you can show option 8 and option 9. But I feel definitely the learning aspect is on that regard for you. Now, another thing I wanted to ask as well, because you both, obviously, EndingWalker, you qualified through the World Warrior program. Akainu, you still have your regional finals to do. EndingWalker, we'll get your opinion on this first. Do you think the World Warrior program should return if a CPT comes with SF6?
The concept of it, I think, was really good. Getting community TOs that have been doing all this tournament running through COVID to actually get proper recognition from Capcom and having a chance to run these tournaments that will send people to Capcom Cup. I think that's an amazing idea and concept. I think the way it was applied in terms of the point system wasn't great, because if you win because it's supposed to reward consistency, but it doesn't really.
Okay.
It should be whoever wins the most gets to qualify
automatically
within reason. Yeah, so if you have, let's say, 200 points and the next closest person has 100, the person with 200 points should qualify, because they have consistently performed better. There are obviously problems with that, because like it gets to a point where if someone wins like 3 in a row, it could get to a point where there's not really any reason for anyone else to enter, which is bad. It's kind of hard to balance, but if it's going to reward consistency, it should reward the person who's performed consistently the best.
Well, I mean, I definitely understand your point because you basically dominated the entirety of the UK. You won all 5, and then obviously your points there until you counted it because you won the regional finals. So,
yeah, I was 100 points over the person second, so what was the point of me entering those last, like, 2?
True. But again, it's, I think to each, everyone will kind of view it a bit differently because you were in the top spot, so I understand it. And a lot of people are from your point of view, they see your perspective. Like, hang on, why is EndingWalker even here when he won all 5? Or maybe look, when you won the fourth one, people were saying you shouldn't even enter the 5th one. Right? And then there's people, probably the guy that scraped in 7th or 8th. They're like, no, there should be a regional final because I get a chance.
Yeah, that's just it. Like, the regional final is probably the best way of doing it, but I'm not a big fan. Maybe if you win all 5, you should qualify automatically or something.
Okay, no, you know what? That's completely fine. Maybe there might be a curveball if this World Warrior program comes back. They might do or something like that. But it's good to hear your opinion because you're doing it from an angle that not many players in the World Warrior program will do. They won't just win all 5 and say, yeah, this was great. It's like we get a deeper insight to someone who's actually been through all of it and won the regional final to qualify for the cup. Akainu, what about you?
Reply.
What did you say, Tony?
I just wanted to reply quickly that I understand where EndingWalker is coming from, and it's very legit, but I also think that the World Warrior program itself is aimed towards giving non-pro players or people who have all the time on their hands to travel. Like before, people would say, but I can't travel, so I can't qualify. So if the World Warrior also was put in a way that you had to enter every tournament to be in the running, then part of the idea behind the World Warrior would kind of disappear, since it is to give people, the working man, a chance, and he might not be able to attend every weekend. But I understand both sides. But if like a pro tour comes back, then like a pro player can qualify through a pro tour season.
That's why I said the regional final has its merit, because there's no point after a certain point otherwise.
Yeah, okay.
True.
Akainu, what about you? Do you think the World Warrior program should return in SF6 if a CPT comes back?
No. I don't really like the War Warrior system because, like Ending say, if you win with the consistency, if you win like most of the tournament, you should be automatically qualified. And sometimes you finish first and you play, for example, the 8th player you qualify. And like I will take me for example. So I miss few World Warrior.
Yeah.
But I ended up qualifying at 8th place.
I have to play. You still get a chance.
Yeah, but I'm the 8th player who qualify, and I have to play the first.
Right.
And like I don't know if you understand, but so now I have to play against Valmaster.
Yeah.
So he's not facing the how can I say that, easiest player. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I don't like that reason as well.
So it's already hard. Like if he places like maybe second or third in the leaderboard, he will get easier bracket. You know.
Right. Okay.
I don't know if you.
No, I understand. We understand what you mean. We understand what you mean.
Yeah, but yes, I just prefer like all the system. Like you travel and then you qualify, and that's all.
Okay, fair. Ending, did you say you agree? You said something while he was explaining. Were you just echoing his point, or?
I do agree to an extent with that in a top 8 regional seeding, let's say, because Problem nearly didn't qualify for the final World Warrior, right? Like he got a good placement in the last 2 or 3, and he got second seed from that.
Yeah.
Now, if he hadn't got those 2 good placements, I might have had Problem X game 1 with the first seed.
Yeah. Okay.
So how do you balance that?
So is what you're saying? Like the seeding should have changed. So it shouldn't be first versus 8, second versus 7. Are you saying the seeding should have changed, or?
No, you can't really just definitively change it. But
I mean,
I will say the seeding should be like completely random.
That would work, yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Nah.
So like in a regional finals, as stacked as every Warriors will be, random seeding doesn't make a huge difference.
I do kind of agree with you there. I do kind of agree with EndingWalker there.
I think that this is more based on like opinionism about players before the season. If you have
even a
five,
word?
if you no, I make words up. That's my thing. I make words. So if you have 5 tournaments,
Yeah.
and that player barely comes in at 8, and he entered all tournaments, then that was his consistency this season. So it doesn't matter if the first play feels he's getting a more difficult opponent. Based on the season, he's getting the easiest opponent. Your feelings about who is the best is not relevant for seeding, because seeding needs to be unbiased. If not, then the people who have been in the know and who know the TOs will always just have an advantage.
Yeah,
so
that's
seeding
why-
is just based on placement.
Yeah.
So if you're at 5 tournaments and you're 8th seed, then if the first player feels like he has the hardest matchup, he has the easiest matchups, because after 5 tournaments, he ended up at 8th place, so he is the easiest opponent in that
Right,
tournament.
right. No, so
yeah, but,
so mathematically, Veggie, you're talking about from a mathematical standpoint. That's
Yeah,
what
I'm
you're
just,
talking about.
yeah.
But you
Opinions don't count.
can never make that kind of a system perfect.
Me,
Obviously, there's like pitfalls to any approach.
Hang on,
But I
okay.
understand Akainu, because he only entered like 3.
I agree with what you say, but if you can't do all of the World Warriors,
No, I know.
then it's like I don't know. It's
Well, put it this way: Hurricane entered 1, and he was nearly able to enter the 5th, but he had unfortunately connection issues.
Yeah.
If he had won that,
Or
he could have
what
entered
was
2
it?
World Warriors.
He could have,
and
if he
gotten
came
7th.
second, right? Was it if he came second in the last one he entered? He could have,
Yeah,
he could have
second.
made the regional final.
Yep.
There you go. So,
So it's not a perfect system, but like, you can't really. There is no perfect system.
of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Will
not.
never be.
It's just preference.
No, look, I love this debate because Akainu is the first player who said, no, I don't like the World Warriors
Yeah,
system.
yeah, I
Akainu
think it's
literally
really
I like the
interesting.
concept. I really like the
It's
concept.
really interesting.
no, the concept is good, but at the end, the first in the leaderboard should be qualified. That's all.
Okay. No,
Even if-
Because imagine if EndingWalker would have lost the final,
Well,
then
then I deserve to lose.
yeah. So
I mean, look, he
No,
almost,
but
he
it's
almost
bad
lost,
because
he
he
almost
won
lost to
the-
Mopolapo first game.
Yeah.
Oh, that
if I
was
did,
so
that was my
close.
fault. If I lost that, it would be my fault for not playing well enough.
No, it's
Right,
your
that
fault,
right.
but so you won all of the 5th tournament for what? Just have the high seed, and then
Well,
you lose at the end?
Yeah, that's just it though. If I was able to win 5 in a row, why can't I win the 6th? Because that
Because-
proves I can't handle pressured situations, which means I shouldn't be in
Yeah.
Cup anyway.
Another approach.
You can have an off day.
Yeah, everyone has off days.
You can have an off tournament.
This is a 16-year-old's mentality, boy. We can't argue with this.
Yeah, he won, so we can't really.
That's the thing. I can say whatever I want now because I won.
Yeah.
Would he say the same thing if he didn't win?
If I didn't win, I would have said the same thing. I would
I
have said
think-
whoever
yeah,
beat
I
me
think-
played better than me.
Yeah,
I think he would have said the same thing.
yeah,
as well.
Veggie, he would have said that.
Nah, you
I
know
mean,
what?
we'll never know. So
I wouldn't have been happy about it, but I would have said it.
You know
I
what?
was just joking with you, EndingWalker. I have high faith in you.
No, no, you know what? No, honestly, that discussion there was very, very interesting. Okay, I've got probably time for 2 more questions. I've already asked this question to EndingWalker before, but Akainu, who do you think has the best chance of winning the World Warrior final for you guys coming soon?
I think right now, me with Dan, I can win. Grandmaster can win, and kills you also.
Okay. Now, honestly, I'm looking forward to watching all of you guys play because I really
Can't
think
wait.
I love watching the French players play, and I think all of you guys will surprise me. So I can't really determine who's actually going to win this one because look, even TKR could show up on the day. Even TKR. could show up on the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow,
Bro, TKR is scary.
well, he is when he does forward HK into super. That's,
Him hitting Phenom with that is my highlight at UFA.
oh mate, that's just classic Phenom. That's not
After
classic
3
TKR.
people told him.
No, 5. I think it was 5. Think told him and he still got
That's
hit.
still
That's
good.
Great. But no, I think that's interesting because I like to hear the predictions beforehand. But yeah, Akainu, I hope all the best when you do enter or when you do play for the regional finals because again, you're going to be playing Dan out of enjoyment. So I think that's what's going to make you even more scarier as well. Is there like out of the characters you played, EndingWalker, who did you play in the SF6 beta again? Was it Ryu?
Yes.
Is there anyone else you want to try in the beta, or is it are you just going to stick to playing Ryu and just figure out more of the system?
I just want to play Ryu for now because like Ryu is one of the characters that I might be maining when the game is fully released,
Oh, okay.
and he's very fun.
man's gonna do what everyone tried to do in SF5 and failed miserably. I'm gonna pick Ryu to learn the system, and then that didn't work.
Nah, I'm not picking Ryu to
Shaking
learn the
my head.
system. I'm picking Ryu to cheese the system.
No, legit, no. Back when
turned
SF5
it.
came out in the first season or two, people were like, "Now I'm picking Ryu to learn the system," and they all failed miserably because.
So
of
back to 60.
So, okay.
Oh man.
Can't wait to see. Are you going to be streaming the SS6 beta? You're just going to be playing, just like everybody else.
If I can stream it, it was very resource intensive, so
Oh, it is. Trust me, I can respect that as
my
well.
PC was like a jet engine.
Wow.
I have a decent PC as well.
Well, I mean, hey, maybe you can, you can use all that CPT money or salt mine money you've been earning. Get an
Could do.
PC. You could. Now, one more question
do.
for you, Ending Walkers. Do you want to get sponsored as a video game player? Or are you not really fussed about that?
Getting sponsored for events without having to worry about saving.
Okay.
So yes, that would be good.
And it's like that. This is something you're more like open to, just in general. Like you just be like, yeah, if someone wants to sponsor me, and this is gonna. If you get sponsored, you're just gonna be more encouraged to go to events. Is that the whole?
Well, I will go to as many events as I can anyway. Like, getting sponsored just means that I am more able to do it.
Yeah.
Because I will be going to Evo Japan if I can. Anyway, so we'll see.
Okay. All right. Here's the. I'll tell you how to do it. Right. Win CPT finals, and then go to Evo Japan immediately afterwards. Use that money, go to Evo Japan immediately afterwards. Then beat all the Japanese and walk up EX Cycle Upper, and then just stop playing SF5 entirely, so no one can catch you.
Oh yeah, just leave it at the peak Evo and Cap Cup.
Yeah, that's it. Just do that, and then that's it. You won. You've done everything in the game in a short space of time, half the time that everyone else done it. And then you can hit that command in Salt Mine League and saying, "I was 9 when SS6 came out, and you still can't even do a crosscut DP." That's it. I think that's the greatest thing to do. I think that'd be the greatest thing to do. Right, gentlemen, you got any final questions to ask these guys before we close things out here?
I'm good.
I've had a great chat with these guys and
for
learned
sure.
a lot.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, I believe we are just about out of time with you today. Rich, if you put their socials on the screen so they know where to follow these people. Yes, there are their Twitter accounts, there are their Twitch accounts. Please give these both a follow. They're using characters. Well, Ed's a bit of a nuisance and a nightmare now, but you definitely want to follow this man because he is the best with this character on the planet. And of course, Akainu has a fantastic Dan. He's the Dan enjoyer you want to be following and making sure you get all that Dan tech there. Ending Walker, the podium is yours. Anyone you want to shout out? Anyone you want to say? If you want to give an extended speech about Dowsim, now's your chance.
Anyone who says that Ed is like not top 5 or top 6, please stop kidding yourself.
Wow.
Damn.
Sheesh. Man said that young man's advice. Stop deluding yourself. Wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Yo. All right.
Is that all you want to say? Nothing else?
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's great. Akainu, what about you? Anything you want to say for the fans at home?
I just say everyone who think Dan is bad are completely lost.
Wow.
And me, that'd be me then.
Well,
dude, that's perfect.
Maybe I should pick up.
You love
Maybe
to
I should
see
pick up
it.
Ed and Dan tonight. Then maybe I've been deluded this whole time.
I'll
Do
pick
it.
up Dan
Do
and you
it.
pick up Ed, Jammers.
And I'll stay on Birdie.
Yeah, because you
Birdie
I didn't say
carries.
anything, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what Veggie told us before the show started. By the way. He said Birdie carries clearly. But yes,
Carries me.
no. You said he carries. Anyway,
No, yeah, he carries.
Right.
Carries
Yeah,
me.
you said carries.
gentlemen, when you guys are ready, you can leave the Discord call so myself and Veggie and Ovaha can close out the show, and then obviously I'll drop you guys a message thanking you for joining us on the show once again.
Right. Thank you very much.
All right, gentlemen, take care. So
Take care. Thank you.
now that was
Is,
legit.
is now when we're going to have that long discussion if Birdie does carry or not?
No, we
I don't
need-
think I'm ready
no,
for that
We don't
tonight.
need to have this.
I
long
feel
discussion.
okay. We don't. Because I think he carries me.
We don't need
in
to
many
have this long
aspects.
discussion.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right.
Many
Anyway,
aspects.
that was a great show. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the games just as much as we are, and the post-match interview and discussion about the World Warrior program in extensive detail from that. Make sure you catch all the archives of today's show on the Capcom Fighters YouTube channel, or you can just play back the archives on the Twitch channel here, twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters. And I promise you, just skip it a little bit. We won't be on mute this time. You'll hear all the audio. You will hear all of it. Anyway, do not forget, yesterday, SFL EU was on. If you want to catch all the action for Street Fighter League EU, head on over to Capcom Fighters YouTube channel or head on over to the Twitch and you'll be able to see all the episodes archived. And you'll actually be seeing as well that our matches are being chopped up. I think 2 weeks are up right now. in regarding to all the chopped up matches. So if you want to follow your individual players, you can do so indeed. But yes, every Monday we are on 7 p.m. UK time. We will be going into the 10th week, I believe. It will be for Street Fighter League EU. Great character diversity, great banter, and of course there'll be ups and downs because it's the highest level of play. Yes, okay, there is some of the matches you will see up on the YouTube right now. Of course, do not forget as well, I believe we're going into week 9 or week 10 for SFL US, I believe that is. But yes, it's going to get down and dirty with those guys over there as well. And again, you guys want to keep an eye out for that because some of the best players and some of the hypest moments. Yes, it's a Luke Fest. That sounded very weird in my head. It's a Luke Fest. However, some of your most entertaining players are over there in SFL US. So you need to see how they close in on the playoffs. So SFL US can do that. We'll get the website up there in a minute. Maybe we won't get the website. It'll just come back to me instead. But yes,
I got a good joke. I got a good joke. Street Fighter Luke.
Yeah, that's the SFL.
Oh yeah, SFL. It took me, I was like, what's he talking about? I was like, SFL. I was like, all right,
Street Fighter Luke.
Nice one.
You comedian, you. Anyway.
You too, my bro.
You kind of said it in a bitter tone.
I know I did. Anyway, yes, we'll get the website up shortly. It'll give you the schedule, the results, everything. You can see Ajax Fidelity up there with the week 8. We're coming on to week 9 at the moment, of course. And then again, it's gonna be fun and games as well. Look, the guys that put on the show for you guys, absolutely great. The communication, the interviews, just everything wrong at SFL US has been amazing to see. Shout outs to Rob TV, Vicious, Steve, and all the players for putting that on board for us there. Do not forget as well, I don't think we do have the graphic, but I'll remind you anyway. Street Fighter 6 beta, it's closing in on us. It's going to be 10 days from now. If you are part of the first closed beta,
Christmas
do not worry.
Early.
Yeah, there it is. If you're part of the first closed beta, do not worry. You are automatically invited. Check your emails, check your spam, check your junk. Double check that you haven't got an email saying that you're back in the beta. If you weren't part of the first beta and you want to be part of SF6, you want a crumb of Street Fighter 6, please get signing up. Go to the Street Fighter official account. I'm not sure if Capcom Fires have done that, but go over to this account and get signing up. Make a Capcom ID, put it in, and sign up because you'll get 3 days of basically running your electricity bill through the roof, not turning off your PC because you're going to enjoy the weekend like I did. Oh, also, see if Deliveroo or Uber Eats has a discount that weekend because you're probably not going to move from your seat either. So I'm warning you, this beta was fantastic the last time we were on, and I want you guys to enjoy it. I want you guys to enjoy it just as much as we did. Was there anything else I needed to plug? LCQ. Oh no, there you go.
Yeah,
oh,
this one's mine. Yeah. Just like I reminded last week, this weekend is going to be big for the Finnish FGC because we're going to be having the largest fighting game event in Finland, and we have the Twitch and the Twitter plugs there if you are interested, because this event can be enjoyed as a competitor or a spectator, physically in the event or via a Twitch stream, as you can see there. And we've got it's a completely community project with volunteer work, so obviously a lot of people are pouring their time and their heart and their soul into this event, and we got over almost 300 participants, which is fantastic. I'm looking very much forward to that. I will be commentating there, I will be playing there as well, and I hope all of you who are interested in seeing Nordic Street Fighter, Nordic fighting games in general can tune in during this weekend, because we got a lot of nationalities visiting as well. We got people from Finland, we got people from Sweden, Norway, Denmark, France, Germany, Ireland, UK, Romania. I might have missed something, but that's a lot of different people from a lot of different countries. So I'm very much looking forward to this weekend.
Sweet indeed. Make sure you look out. What a time to pick it as well, just before the beta as well. Get all the SF5 out of people before SF6 comes through, before people get SF5 to SF6 to Pride, of course. But yes, sorry about that. But yes, I believe that is it from all of us here. Don't forget, you can sign up for the LCQ for the CPT finals as they draw near in February next year, early 2023. There it is. Fantastic. Burbank, California. The registration is now open. If you're thinking about it, get signing up now. If you do have the opportunity, stop on by. Because again, it's going to be a moment you do not want to forget. The final Capcom Cup for Street Fighter 5. Let us close it out with a bang. But yes, We gotta love you and leave you. In the day, we watched a matchup where it was two familiar faces using characters that we don't see across the spectrum that often unless it's for specialists. They both talk about them in positive light. We'll see you next time. Good night.